Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Coke Night. Yes, it's the Coke Night. We usually talk about philosophy and get drunk. Tonight's going to be talking about other things and still drinking. I have my handy dandy bottle of dark rum here. I don't know what you guys will be drinking tonight, but we've got a lot of stuff to discuss. I got Nicholas in here, I got John in here, I got Jim in here, I got David in here, I got Cheshire in here. Dave Bullinator's invited when he has an opportunity to, and a few other select people. Unfortunately, I'm not using Zoom, as you can tell. I'm going back to the Google here. I'm using a off-air Google here to figure this thing out until I get something else that I could actually use to have these streams because unfortunately of reasons, I'm not going to be using that Zoom account that was on the Non-Sequitur show. But you know what? I can do this a little bit. Maybe I can crop this. I'm not as stylish in graphics as some people in their skill, but at least I can make it a little easier there. So anyways, before we get started, I want to welcome a lot of people to the channel that have not been to my channel before. I know a lot of people have been sending people over to this channel, and I've been inundated with new messages and new Patreons and new followers. I mean, I got like 500 in the last couple of days. So they're brand new to the channel, and I want to welcome them. I do have a lot of things I want to say before we actually start talking about the Non-Sequitur show funeral. I haven't started drinking yet, so hopefully I'm sober enough. Look, hi, I'm mostly just water. But okay, so here's the thing. There's a couple of things I got to get off my chest. One, I just got done watching Atheist Edge, and they're one of my favorite YouTube channels. Jim Hall over there and TJ have just been amazing friends of mine, and they've done an amazing job promoting critical thinking and rational thought, and I have nothing but the love for both of them. So I got done just watching, their hangout they're having right now, and there's a couple things I want to address. First of all, I'm going to get this out of the way first. Mel was on there, and Mel said some very kind words, and she explained the situation with Kyle, some things I was not quite aware of. And I'm going to officially apologize to her because I did not realize that the extent that Kyle was treating her and blowing her off to the fact that she should not have had to come in to talk to an incel that she didn't want to talk about. I thought that was all prearranged. I thought that was mutual. I didn't know that Kyle kind of forced her hand on that. So if that was the case, on behalf of the Non-Sequitur show, we do owe her apology. Second, there's a lot of talk about all this legal stuff. It's amazing what happens when these things go down on the internet and all of a sudden everybody's an expert in law. I'm quite familiar with the things that people have been talking about. I'm quite familiar with, I took regulatory law in college. I'm not an expert in any stretch of imagination, but I'm a little bit, at least somewhat familiar. I understand what the 1 year rule is for statute of frauds. I understand for certain types of contracts. I know all about that stuff, or at least a decent amount, where I'm not completely not understanding what's going on. None of that has anything to do with anything. The fact that people are continually talking about the way I wanted the payouts done, the way I wanted it done with Kyle has absolutely nothing to do with anything that people are talking about. They have no idea what the hell is going on. Kyle doesn't know what the hell is going on, so he couldn't have told anybody. He doesn't fucking know. He thinks he has an idea, but he doesn't, right? So I want to alleviate certain things. People have been accusing me of collecting disability and SSDI or SSI or VA benefits. I get my veterans. That's my medical. That's it. I have zero disability rating. I don't get a dime from the government on that. Nothing. I live literally on $400 a month. $400 a month. My rent is $175. I have no car insurance. I pay for, I go out to eat. Occasionally, I have some other people help me in the household, but I live on $400 to $500 a month. That is my net income. You want to see my tax returns? I will show it to you. I claimed, I think, $6,000 last year. So if somebody really wants to have that kind of information, which by the way, you're not normally privy to, and I'm only allowed to certain people to look at my financials, but people that I trust. But it's absurd that this narrative going around that I am worried about losing my VA benefits because VA benefits are not contingent upon your income. That's what I got for serving my country. That's what I got for doing 3 Westpacks in the Gulf War and the Persian Gulf, conflict and the Desert Storm, Desert Shield. So all this talk about that kind of stuff is really, to me, indicative of what I've been trying to explain about these communities for a very long time. And by the way, just to let you know, this is streaming such that any comments in the inside here is going to be shown live, so just be careful. But thank you for that, Reds. And by the way, Reds snuck in, so hi, Reds. So anyways, so it's amazing that they're trying to turn the narrative around from the fact that regardless of the contractual stuff, regardless of the legalities issue, okay, which is, I get people are going to talk about. I'm not ignorant to that fact. What they don't understand is this. The court of popular opinion is what I'm going for here. The court of popular opinion is what Kyle wanted. This is what matters to Kyle. Kyle and I built a channel, and he was worried about his brand rather than our brand. And he wanted to see that the court of popular opinion, he thought that he would remove me, he would remove Bull, he would take all the funds, because as I just found out, there's rumors that he spent most of the money, that one of the reasons he won't open the books, which I have some reasons to believe that might be true, because, and I'll get into that in a minute, but I get that people are going to have these conversations. I do understand that. But the people that know me, the people that want to talk to me, the people who want the actual facts, because we deal with facts, they can come to me. They can ask me questions. I even tried to get back to every single person that has messaged me. Every single one. There's some probably I missed because I was inundated. I woke up with like 217 freaking emails this morning. And most of them were notifications and other things, but they were mixed in with people, talking to me and trying to give me support. And so I really appreciate that. But I have talked to all my Patreons. I've at least thanked all of them except for ones that signed up today. But the type of contracts we have, to me, is absolutely irrelevant at this point. What we decide to do, or I decide to do with people, we will that's all private. That's not going to be public for consumption. I'm not going to talk about legalities. I'm not. That's just there's reason obviously for that. But I want people to understand it had nothing to do with defrauding anything. Had nothing to do with not paying my taxes. There was tax reasons, but it wasn't not paying my taxes. I've always paid my taxes. Matter of fact, I have a conversation written with Kyle explaining to him I want no tax problems. You pay. We both pay our taxes. I had a problem with state tax at one time many years ago, and I got to tell you, if anybody's ever had any issues with the state franchise board, you're screwed. They are ridiculous in hounding you. They got their money, and I paid them. Don't get me wrong. This is over. I don't know, had to be a decade ago, over a decade ago maybe. But I messed up on my taxes. It wasn't that I didn't. I just screwed up on the taxes. I paid all my federal, but I was a few $100s short on my state. They got their money. Okay. So from that point forward, I want to make sure that all my taxes are exactly pinpoint to the penny. And again, if somebody that I trust, like Glenn Ruhiff, who I invited in here, who's my mediator right now, trying to contact people like Kyle to get the financials, because he's a very trustworthy guy. He can see my tax return if he wants to. I'll make it public to him. So I have absolutely nothing to hide. I get Patreon and I get AdSense. Those are my only two forms of revenue. It's it. That's the only form of cash payments I get. So any talk that I'm trying to do this to try to defraud VAs like that, that's a narrative and is bullshit. And I find it to be basically fucking, for a skeptic community to start buying into that bullshit without actually looking into it or asking me about it, I think it's fucked, to be honest with you. Straight up fucked. But it's for certain people where it's coming from, I get it. And I know the reasoning behind a lot of this stuff, right? And I know a lot of people in here know the reasoning. But I find it very distasteful when I have one of his co-hosts going on Twitter and saying, well, Steve's defrauding VA, and who's a journalist. You're a fucking journalist, okay? And you have that much of limited integrity. And then I have another one of his co-hosts coming on and saying, oh, well, Steve's this, and Steve's defrauding that, and Steve is getting disability, right? Godless Engineer has basically accused me of things that he has no privy information to. He has no fuck all what's going on. And he's literally has said he's standing by Kyle's side in this, so he thinks Kyle did the right thing. So the reason why this is public is because Kyle wanted the court of public opinion, and he's getting it, and he's getting it full throttle, because I was absolutely stunned that 99% of the community has been behind me on this. I've been around for 6 years. I've seen splits. I've seen usually 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 either. I've never seen anything like this. And we're going to be going over some numbers, and we're going to be going over the comments. And I want to thank every single one of you that has actually looked at this objectively and actually watched the things and actually seen what the hell is going on for the last couple months, and realized that everything that I fucking have said has been the God honest truth. So, Dave, can you take for a second?
Can I do what?
Can you just take it for a second?
Yeah, I kind of walked in on something here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, I saw you on AE, right? And by
Yeah.
the way, thank you. Very kind words, and you've been very supportive of all this. But I want people to know that it's not about the money, okay? It is, because most of this, I wanted Kyle to pay my daughter, okay? I wanted, not because of taxes, but I want something for her, in case something happens to me. I explained that to Kyle. Kyle knows this. But regardless if I get a dime out of it, because I do think, I gave him permission to spend the Patreon, okay, or most of it, because it was not working. I know for a fact he spent it on rent. I know for a fact he spent it on trips. I know for a fact he spent it on a new laptop. I know he bought software. I know he bought other stuff for himself. New clothes, maybe. I don't know. But I don't think that money is even there. At this point, I don't. Until I see the financials, I'm not. There's no possible way I'm going to trust them on that. But the court of public opinion, it means a lot in this community because once your reputation's gone, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. And right now, I think he's toxic as hell. And anybody who wants to be on the Non-Sequitur show, it's going to burn them because Godless Engineer, you've already lost 500 subs. And people have seen the character that you have, the unethical business practices that you have had by supporting Kyle, that knowing, and no matter what happens whether Kyle pays me a dime or not, he still took the fucking channel that I started. He still locked me out of everything. He still hadn't paid me a dime. He still won't let me see the financials. He still hadn't given Bullinator anything, which I wanted to give Bullinator 10% of my funds and 10% of Kyle's funds. Kyle wasn't having any of that. He didn't want to pay David anything. It was like, fuck him. He didn't care. He didn't fucking care. I had to pay David out of my own pocket. Out of my limited amount of money that I got, I had to pay David because I want to make sure that Dave's taken care of because he was a core integral part of the show. So I want to get that all out of the way before we start drinking and start watching some of this stuff because it's not that it angers me. It is that I think it is absolutely mortifying that there are still a handful of people that actually are latching on to these narratives and there's just nothing to them. And yet we have a skeptic community, right? And I've been saying for 6 years how few people anymore seem to have critical thinking skills. And yet I found out that I'm wrong on that. I'm absolutely wrong on that. The fact that 99% of the community has sided with me shows me that more people than I realize have critical thinking skills. And for that, I will apologize. But damn, I mean, I'm just watching these things and I'm going, these people have no idea. None of them have, they've only seen what Kyle has shown them, right? If anything, right? So they haven't talked to me. Many of them won't, and I won't talk to them. But they're floating up these trial balloons to try to make it about me and my character when they're neglecting the fact that no matter what happens, Kyle stole from me. How do you move past that? I just don't get it. But anyways.
Yeah, what's amazing, what really bothers me the most, sorry, Steve, but what bothers me the most about this is that at the beginning, you know, I try to remain nuanced, try to remain unbiased, and try to approach it from a rational perspective and try to get both sides of it because I love both of you guys, you know, and it was so hard for me. But what bothered me was seeing so many people who have been on the same bandwagon for so long, going from destination to destination, that they are so content with relying on somebody else to depend or to predict where they're going to go. And they don't even bother to pull out their own map and make sure that where they're going is where they want to go or where they should be going.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, and we'll turn it over to Reds and Dave here in a second, that we tried everything to fix this. And before we had to go public, we tried. Kyle was not having any of it. Kyle has already been changing over things. You can see it was, even on the YouTube channel, is, you know, Kyle Curtis as your host with co-host, you know, other people. You know, it all became about his ego. I'm going to survive this, and I'm coming out ahead. But the Non-Sequitur show isn't going to survive it. So this hangout in this rum and coke night, which is usually pretty lively and funny, is going to be about the funeral of the Non-Sequitur show because I think it's burning. It's burning hard. As a matter of fact, Reds, if you got something to say on this, please join in. Why I actually start showing people some of the numbers, and maybe want to check it out.
Jim's got his hand up.
Oh,
Jim. Yeah, I'll let other people go.
Okay.
Yeah, can I go after Jim, please? Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello, guys. We just came off a show, so we're here now. Atheist Edge. Half of us, exactly 50% of us.
The best part. No, I'm just saying. I love you all. You guys are all
fucking. First thing is Melody. You wanted her to watch the first 5 minutes of some link, but you never sent the link.
Yeah, no,
so waiting for you. She says, "Hey, don't send it through Jim. Send it straight to her."
Yeah, no, I wanted to watch the first 5 minutes of this because I gave her an apology.
Second thing is. We, for the last 2.5 years since our show started, we have been the neutral space where everyone can go to solve their problems. We have been the Switzerland. We have been the anodyne, just hear everyone out, shake hands afterwards. But this is the first time ever, I think TJ will agree, we can't sit on the sidelines for this one. I'm not going to show support for you. I'm not going to be an ally. You know where we're at. I'm not going to...
You're objective, and you're weighing objectively. That's what
we are objectively looking at this, and... we just can't sit back for this one. So after this is all over and the dust settles, we're gonna go back to being that show that you know and love. But right now, we're fucking pissed.
Thank you.
I think that's all I've got.
And by the way, me being upset is not about the money. I want my emotions. It's about the show.
It's about purpose.
I am crying over the death of something we built, right?
Yep.
And at Kyle's
was like-
hands. I don't even consider it career suicide. He murdered it.
Yeah, it's moral perpetuity. Or perpetude, yeah.
Is it all right if I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to say, okay, so even the people that know Steve and like him or love him, and even Steve himself will say, yeah, you know what? I'm an asshole sometimes, okay? But I just want to tell a little story from earlier today. I was trying to get a hold of Steve, and I was having a particularly bad day because some family shit. Well, so I ended up having to email him a couple times, and then I was talking to somebody else who we mutually know. And oh, wait a minute, sorry about that. Something started. Okay, and so when Steve finally did reply back to me, it was just a short little thing. He's like, "Well, yeah, I can call you in a little bit. Is everything okay?" Okay, so that's, to me, that's who Steve is. I haven't known him that long, but he emails back to me, and because I had texted, sent him a couple messages, he was worried that something was wrong in my world, and that was his concern when he emailed back to me. Is everything okay, man? So I just wanted to share that because it doesn't matter, when Steve gets into like little rows on Twitter and yeah, he can be gruff. He can be maybe too much to the point. Maybe he's not the most diplomatic person in the world sometimes, but that's who he is. He
Shocking,
cares
right?
about the people.
I tell people that. I don't know why they're so shocked when they find that out. I've been around for 6 years.
I mean, but he cares
And you
about.
think I'm bad? Have you met Red?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to finish with
sorry.
he cares about the people that he fucks with, basically.
Thank you.
So if you're,
I cuddle
so
them after I fuck them. Yes, this is this is very true.
So there's something that I want to point out real quick, and it's stuff that has been coming up of people that have been bringing this kind of shit up when they talk about Steve's finances. At no point that I've seen in any of these videos has Steve been asking for money. He's been asking for information about that money. He's not asking for money. He's not telling me, hey, where is it? No, he's saying, where are the books? Where's the data about that money, not the money in itself.
Right. Well, especially since
There's a
Steve no longer
huge
has
distinction
access
there.
to these
I still
things.
wanted my
Like,
money from 2017. He was supposed to pay me in April. I have a message from him saying, hey, payday is this day. I'm like, okay. I waited for that day to come around. It never happened.
Yeah, but you want that for your fucking.
Is there a trusted third-party source?
I have no idea. I have
is
no
full
idea.
of it?
Not for me. There is. Glenn Roof is my third-party trusted source.
Here's the other thing too,
Okay,
right?
good.
I heard some people like trying to say that you saying, "Oh, you wanted the money for your daughter" was just like some made-up sympathy trip or something. And like you told me that, like I don't know, last August.
Yeah,
Almost
no,
like
I mean, I have not made this a secret. I've told her. I've told her mom. I can have her mom on camera if you want. Talk about this.
yeah.
I'm happy to do it. Her mom and I get along very well, and I probably will. I probably will. Matter of fact, have a coffee shop with her, and I will. And she will tell her exactly what I've told her. Everything I've said is the God honest fucking truth. So I don't play these little fucking games that people are trying to accuse me of.
Yeah, I know. It's
Well, there's the thing with people are like, oh, well, Kyle's got some medical problems now and this, that, and the other thing. So therefore, it's there might be some kind of excuse there.
You
But the
started that 2
problem is
weeks
that
ago. This
this
has gone on
shit
for 3
has,
months.
there isn't, no, exactly. This
Yeah,
shit's been
it's
going
been
on
on
since
for
before
months.
Kyle found out about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, there's no excuse to treat not only a business partner but a friend that way.
Yeah, exactly. And even if it was, it doesn't matter. It's still irrelevant because this shit has been going on for months.
And honestly, I think that's what bothers me the most. Like whenever, as far as like what I'm pissed off about Steve's part as is like, man, like I wish that I would have known so I could have fought for him because I know Steve. Steve, you are such a nice guy. And I know you had to have let a lot of shit slide, but you needed a bulldog.
Well, and even the thing is that even if Steve is as bad as everybody says, even if you were to give Steve's detractors. Everything. Yeah, if you were to say that, oh, Steve is transphobic and oh, Steve is also anti-gay, and let's say he's also a Nazi. He's all of the things that he's ever been called, even that they're contradictory.
Yeah.
It still doesn't matter that Kyle's still not doing things the way they need to be done.
Well, it's just
Agreed.
It's just showing how the SJWs want to destroy you if you disagree with them.
Okay.
I mean,
SJW is a pejorative, TJ.
I'm just
No, I don't. And I,
sorry, but I think everybody knows how I feel about that kind of shit.
I'm not going to pin this on the SJWs. I'm really not. Now, I do think it was toxic. Don't get me wrong, but this is totally Kyle, 100%. This I can't blame any other group. I can't blame any other people. This is him, and his some of his new co-hosts.
Hey, Steve, you're getting in some super chats here. Would you?
Yeah,
would you
I
like
see
to
them.
have
I told them I would read them out here. Do you want?
I got them up if you want me. You can read
Yeah, would
them,
you? I have them here, but can you do it? It might be easier.
Sure.
Thanks.
$10 Australian from True Blue. He says, we have your back, Steve. And then the Geek Room, $1.99. The Geek Room says, you never cuddled me, Steve.
You know what we do in our private time, dude?
Giggity.
Enables. There's a 5 and a 50. Did you guys get that one?
Yeah, I actually have them here. Let me read them off real quick because I actually have some of them have gone off.
Cool.
And then where's the last one at the end?
I have
Mr.
it.
Din Vader, £2 for Cheshire to take that sweater off.
She
I
did.
mean, yeah,
she did before we went on air.
Reds, is that all right?
No,
She really
babe,
did.
no.
Oh.
But
wow.
you know who that's for, and it's not for them, only for me.
We'll talk about that when we start the Rum and
Maybe
Coke
later.
night. This is the preliminary.
Yes, of course,
Stuart
later.
says this is to help out. What I've seen is pretty underhanded. Thank you, Stuart. Craig says got your back. You're the best man. George says nothing but thank you, George. You've been a huge supporter of mine for a very long time, George. Mo says what does in perpetuity mean? Well, we know that this is one time where a dictionary may come in handy for Kyle. Revive Nude, a couple of dollars, thank you. Ghost Recon, just showing support. Have a great show, Steve. Larry Walter, here's a couple drop of merriment in Super Chat to help spur on the brighter days and deep conversations. Many happy returns to you and hopes for great things to come. Thank you. Sandring, sad days indeed. You didn't invite me. You swallowed me. This only holds 10, but Sandra, you always have a seat. I will get you in. Sandra's one of our biggest patrons. And by the way, if somebody wants to talk about it, I know the situation that was rectified with you, and thank you for allowing that to happen. I apologize on behalf of the Non-Sequitur show to you for promises that were not fulfilled to you. That hopefully will be rectified. I still feel responsible for that, obviously. Chuck for $1, Cult of Ham for $1, Cult of Ham for another $1. Nables, I don't do rum, but I got a Manhattan here. Freck the new media. I'm going back to CNN. Don't blame you.
I want to thank Nick too. Nick came in our live show and gave us a super chat. So thanks, Nick, for that.
Oh, my pleasure. Sorry, I couldn't. My phone started.
Man, we
the
appreciate
mobile.
you, dude. Just you viewing that show.
Nick is pretty amazing.
I kept trying to chat, and the mobile client just kept dying out on me, and I just because I'm on the road. But it was my pleasure to be there. And
Thank you very much, sir.
So Stone Apostate, here's enough beer for a cheap one. Now grow back the beard. I'm just going to grow it like this. I'm not going to grow it long again. And by the way, I don't know if you guys watched the video that Darwin's Greatest Hits made way back when, called Debate of Thrones. Brilliant video, but that was when I had a full beard. I had a year. People don't remember that.
Jim either has to pee or has a question.
they maybe both.
There's two Jims in here.
Oh, really? I get okay.
Well, can I read the super chats?
Courtney had trained me because early on in our show, I was a huge interrupter, so that's what I do. So
but I got to read the super chats, dude.
Oh, go.
Okay, so JC, Steve, here, have a beer and a bacon cheeseburger. Oh, I love that. And give Dave a beer, which he needs one. I can't buy him one because I'm in the sticks. Thomas Miller, $50. Thank you, Thomas. Steve, the response from the community has been amazing. Yes, overwhelmingly so. And I know Kyle didn't expect it because I didn't expect it to this level. I expected a pretty big, I knew I had a following, but even I didn't expect this. Thank you so much for your logical approach to all issues. Much respect, sir. True Blue, we have your back. And then Crest Ixek, $100. Was that $100?
Yeah.
Rum money. Holy shit. Okay, that's enough rum to last. Dude, I don't even drink that much. We call this rum and coke night, but this is as much as I can do. I mean,
You better keep reading, Steve, because that's not even the biggest one.
Oh my
Yeah, you're
god.
gonna be drinking top shelf.
Digital hugs. It's Steve McRae. We're all with you. Unsub non-sec and GE. Looking forward to your senior Daniel Crow. Yeah, we're gonna look at those numbers. Wolf Davis. Taller. That's all I see actually.
Well, I got up on my
no, I
screen
see
that there
more.
was like,
Oh, they're coming up. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh wow.
100.
Okay. $55. Just like I helped at Bullinator, I will help you. Steve, this Lord Burns original, $20. Steve, you're consistent and honest. I'm sorry you're going through this. I wish you good luck, and it will follow you in your future endeavors. Sandring, another $100. Sandring says, I don't even know what to say anymore. Hey, by the way, Sandring, and I say this with the bottom of my heart. You don't have to donate a dime ever again. Please don't. Save it. Matter of fact, if you want to donate somebody, give some to Bullinator for the fact that he hasn't been compensated for the Non-Sequitur show. My Patreon's blowing up right now. People have been donating. I'm fine. And it's so funny. If I was worried about revenue, then I mean, you have no idea probably how much support. I got somebody that paid for Ashley's, Sweet Heathen's, not doxing, people know your name, to fly down here. So, I mean, it's just like, that's just absurd what people are fucking thinking. So, but Sandring especially, you've spent a lot of money on Non-Sequitur show, and I'd rather, I feel really bad about that. I really do. You have no idea. I'm not the greedy one in the thing with Kyle. Trust me on this one. The things I do know that I may one day get into would shock the fuck out of you guys. How he treated some people and what he thought of Patreons. Aussie Globehead, $200 Australian. Steve, have some rum for me. Thank you, Aussie Globehead. Big supporter. Austin Blanton. Steve, $100 again. Thank you, Austin. Steve, you have helped me in my life more than you could know. We don't know each other, other than a couple times I called into non-sec. I'm the WA guy, if you remember, or Washington guy. Thank you. Anyways, thank you, man. You're a hero of mine. Have dinner on me, and I will, and I'm going to live stream it. And maybe I can get my baby's mom out at the same time, because she knows I invested a lot of time in this channel, and she knows that I talked about if anything happened to me, everything in perpetuity would go to my daughter. And if you want to call my exit lie, go a fucking right ahead. Good luck with that. In fact, you can email if you want. I mean, she's on my Facebook. Enables, everyone in this hangout is too damn sober. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. This is like the weirdest rum and coke night we ever had. Usually not like this. Not like this for the new people here. And then I think that's all of them. I think we're up to date.
Hey, Steve, go ahead and send a Sandring a link, because I'm going to be leaving in a few minutes. I have another obligation, and I think a Sandring should be in here. So
yeah, let me see how I can get that without. I'm going to turn off this screen real quick so people don't see some other stuff, and then we can continue talking just for a second. So I turn that off.
Well,
so we're clear
the
for a
fella at
second
the end
and
had his hand up. Somebody had his hand up.
I think it was Jim.
One of the two fellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about?
Courtney, our other co-host, has me trained because I used to interrupt profusely. So
You
that's
did.
all.
Yeah, you were bad at
Sorry,
that. You're
bear
getting
with
better.
me.
I appreciate it.
A bad interrupter. Anyway, okay. 4 things. 2 are for Steve, and that I'll save those for the end. First thing, I made this clear in our show just now. I want to make it clear here, just for the record, in case John and Caitlin are watching. Listen, I don't hold anything against anyone right now except Kyle Curtis. The backlash from this, if you're attached to him, if you're supporting him, you're going to catch shit right now from us. We are going to go back to the atheist edge you know and love. We're going to go back to the neutral anodyne atheist edge. But right now, if you are supporting him and you are overlooking the fact that he is immorally behaving, he's behaving immorally, then I'm going to make some memes on you. And I don't do that. 2.5 years, I've never done that. But you're going to catch some shit. It's going to go back to normal. Don't take it personally just because we butted heads in the past. Shannon Q, Jimmy Snow, if you're watching, I hope everything's cool with us. Everything's cool on our end. I understand what's going on. I understand you're upset, but I want to continue the relationship we have now. Second thing, we have unsubscribed. We have been actively participating in getting letting spread awareness to let people know. Our end goal is not to get people to unsubscribe from Non-Sequitur. We don't wish Kyle's demise, but it's happening. The bridge is burning. we're just putting it out there. We have unsubscribed and we have switched our Patreon over to Steve's. We would. I wouldn't even go so far as to recommend that you do the same. We're not allies. We're not white knights. We're not virtue signaling. We're just saying this is the right and moral thing to do. The last two things are for Steve. What I've noticed in the past that charges, the general error is charges have been the public opinion that is not in your favor, which is like 1% of the public opinion, but those charges that have been levied against you have been two things that I've seen: your VA benefits and your and alleged shady money handling. I don't know if you've already addressed it. If you have, disregard.
Yeah, I did.
The second thing is the fact. Now I've seen the video and I've seen that one of the other charges levied against you was that due to your abrasive personality, you cause big names like Aaron Raw was the one cited, but there's been others that refuse to come on the show when you're there. So
the
if
funniest thing is, Aaron and I are still friends. Aaron has a lot of respect for me. I have a lot of respect for Aaron. Aaron's livid about all this. Kyle made promises to people that he didn't keep involving Aaron's time, that Aaron is livid about. Okay, but I'm not going to get into a lot of that stuff. If the person that, matter of fact, there might be somebody coming in to talk about that. But
Caesar,
look at Aaron and I actually have mutual respect. Aaron actually used to contact me to have me review some of his videos, and we discussed things. And I was like an off air with him and King Crocoduck reviewing his video on relativity. Okay, we have a lot of mutual respect for each other. We just don't get along on one particular issue. There's one particular issue we disagree on, and he felt that he didn't want to be tagged on all the time, and he didn't want to deal with it. I get that, right? So this weird thing about people having like this weird animosity between us. Go ask Aaron if he respects me. I guarantee it. He'll say that he does, because I have an awful lot of respect for Aaron. He just thinks that I'm fundamentally wrong on this. You know, what
I would like to point out real quick that
not on this particular issue, by the way, on a separate issue that we have a disagreement on the whole atheist thing.
Yeah, I didn't mean to stop by, but I just want to say goodbye so Aunt Sandra can get in here.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to everybody, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern, come by Steve's other channel, The Great Debate Community. There's a lot of faces in here tonight that'll be there. And, support Steve that way, because he does have another channel, The Great Debate Community. So
yeah, we're going to be doing stuff with that channel as well. That's my other channel. We're going to be building it up. Reds and I and Bullinator and a few other people we talked to. We just got to figure out how we're going to work it and what we're going to do on it. John's been running hangouts on it for people to go to like once a week. That channel makes no money right now, by the way. I think I've probably earned about $10 on that channel. You can go look on vidIQ. Those videos don't make very much.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the analytics the other day, and
you're a manager, so you can see all the analytics of that channel. And how much money has that channel earned?
I think like over the last 28 days, it was like $9 and change or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
So and that was a projected amount.
It costs more electricity for those of us going in. We pay more on electrical bills.
I got to tell people all
right. Well, good night, everybody. I'll talk to you soon, Steve. See you guys tomorrow night.
Thanks, John. And then Sandra is going to come in here. I've learned something. When you tell the truth, you don't have to keep track of your lies, right? And not that I've ever had a problem lying, but I've seen people get in fuck all situations because they tell people different things. I tell everybody the same thing because it's the fucking truth, right? That way I don't have to worry about it. You know?
I would like to point
out. It's
the
internet. People are going to find out. It's the fucking internet.
I've been all up in the meme train, and Atheist Edge memes have been fucking on.
Oh my god, are they brilliant or what?
It's hilarious.
They're good. I gotta admit, they're good.
Jim Hall, by the way.
Yeah, he's very creative. He's got some skills.
So unlike me, by the way, but it's going to continue until shit gets rectified.
I do want to address it real quick before I get to Sandra in here. A lot of people, by the way, Shannon's got a lot of stuff going on that is far more important than any of this. She's dealing with that NIFB issue, which I think does need to be dealt with. I've heard people are emailing her and harassing her. It's like that. Please stop the fuck out of that. Shannon is a sweetheart. She didn't have all the facts. I get that. She said some things she probably didn't say, and she apologized for that. Please leave her out of this. She has nothing fucking to do with any of this. I'm hoping that she has nothing to do with Kyle after this, as far as the channel, privately, whatever. But if she wants to continue to be a co-host on NonSequitur show, that's her thing, and she'll suffer from that if people want to go after her for that. I can't stop them. What am I supposed to do? But as of now, she has been very quiet on it. She leave her the fuck alone. I'm not calling her out for a damn thing. She's been very good to me and a friend of mine. Stop it, just people.
I concur with that wholeheartedly. She's actually doing a counter protest to the NIFB protesting the Pulse gay pride in Orlando, and Pulse was part of my coming out, folks. So don't fuck with Shannon on it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I don't
supporting that,
actually agree.
all that stuff. Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah, no. Hey, you know what? Hey, we are a community of varying opinions, just like Atheist Edge. I mean, that's what we. Every
I knew
opinion
there's a
here
reason I
actually
love
is sacred. We'll shit on you for it afterwards. But
Am I allowed? Yeah, am I allowed to say, or
Yeah, of
do you guys
course.
just want
Maybe.
to advocate for not?
I'm never going to stop people from saying what they want to say.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I just didn't want to step on your guys' toes. I agree that Shannon shouldn't be harassed, and I agree that she's very busy right now. However, she definitely maybe stepped in at a time and said some things that she probably may have wanted to sit on before deciding to get herself involved. She involved herself, which the criticism that I've seen levied against her has been, for the most part, fair. It has been harsh, but I have seen very, very little of people like name calling. There has been some, and you don't harass her, but I think that she should still be criticized as long as the criticisms are valid.
Well, I think that's okay.
And I
think
also
that's
think
fair.
that if she doesn't want the criticism, then either one, she shouldn't have in retrospect, or two, she should probably address it at some point. Maybe not right now when she's less busy. And
Yeah, no,
I really
I don't
think
you're
that
disagreeing with us. I
that
think we agree
the
with you.
NonSequitur show, by tacking this shit onto their NIFB
That was
stuff,
tacky.
Yeah.
that was so bad
That was so
because it
bad.
took away from both things,
Right.
and
Of course you
and
did,
it's
Steve, because
really
she's fucking-
Everybody
undermined
said
a
that.
lot of what they were doing.
Everybody said that.
Yeah.
Even people that were like on either side.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I think
and
what-
to be fair,
I think people are kind of giving to are being exclusive to Shannon and like being like against her when there are so many other people who jumped behind Kyle without knowing.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
I-
because
I-
she
I-
came on. It's
I-
because she came on
no
live.
matter what.
She came on live
Right.
into the show. That's why.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
but
No,
and
I know. Yeah. I know. But what I'm
Shannon's
saying
a big-
is like,
Shannon's
it's
a
like
big girl.
I think we need to be focused on if we're going to be criticizing anybody, it should be the people who jumped behind Kyle
Yes.
and supported him without knowing any of the facts.
which is
But
KC,
why is it one or the other?
Well, it was KC, GE, and Katie who accused me of trying to defraud the
Fair
VA.
enough.
Oh, they should also
Yeah.
be called out. Absolutely.
Absolutely,
But that doesn't
yeah.
mean that,
Right,
that
right.
Shannon.
And by the
I'll
way,
just
you
do
know,
that.
you know what's funny is you know how many people
Yeah,
explained to
this is
Katie.
too hard.
You know how many people explained to Katie who's supposed to have journalistic integrity that VA is
Oh,
not
my
contingent
God.
upon your income. I don't get fucking disability. I get nothing in disability. Zero. I have a 0 rating. I don't even use my VA. I haven't used it for a year. Okay, sorry, 10 years. It's been about a decade. I have not. The only last time I went to the VA, I had a scope stuck down my throat. Okay, for shit. Okay, so that was like in oh my God, I think in 2004. I don't know. Maybe it was over 10 years ago. It was a long time ago.
It's your turn. No, I'm just saying if we
So
go.
are we going to get this funeral on the?
Yeah,
On the
actually,
road,
Jim had his hand
procession
up, and then
going?
I want Sandra to jump in real quick if I can. Jim, you had your hand up.
Oh shit! I forgot what I was going to say. Oh,
there's a camera.
I totally forgot about it. I just went and got TJ a beer. I'll remember.
Something about
later.
Shannon?
Oh yeah. This NIFB thing. Everyone laughs at this pumpkin emoji thing. It's actually making headway. It's actually a good thing.
I put it on
think
my Twitter.
I think raising awareness is just the start, but I think that it's not tribalism. If anyone wants to levy that against us, it's not.
I know tribalism.
I believe that it's a show of solidarity,
Yeah.
and I think that it's actually making headway. There's hateful now. There's TJ would agree with this. The other two co-hosts of our show would not agree with this, but that's what makes us great because we can disagree. But TJ and I believe that hate speech, if it's nonviolent and it's peaceful and it doesn't incite violence, it is free speech. We're free speech absolutists.
Do you have an example of that?
Are different. I get that. Jim Majors just wants to pipe in. I know, but that's what TJ and I believe. And in this case, those groups should be allowed to say what they want, but they have crossed the line into inciting violence and that type of rhetoric. And I think that what's going on here, and Shannon is leading the way on that, and Mr. Atheist, and I think it's a great thing. And it breaks my damn heart that it just happens to coincide with this fucking civil war we got going on.
I agree with you on that. And that should be something out there. And I've told Jimmy straight out. I had a conversation with Jimmy on this very thing that he knows straight up that I support him on this 100%. And just the reprehensible actions in the NFB.
And these two things aren't
they need to be
related.
shut
It
down.
shouldn't be.
No, but Kyle made them related
Right,
by
but-
having
but
a stream
I-
with them together.
Yes.
Which was
Yes.
really bizarre to
But
me.
I have to agree with Jim though. Like this could not have come at a worse time. I mean, honestly.
Realistically, if
For-
Kyle
for
wanted
the
to handle this
community.
better, yeah, if Kyle wanted to handle this better, what he should.
Right. I just think for the community with everything that's already going on. I'm not saying that it's. I'm not faulting anybody. I'm just saying that for the community, I think it's going to be detrimental.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, again, I've told you guys this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. The community is a concept, right? The Great Debate community is an idea at this point. It's no longer on G+. We have it on Facebook, but it's still a concept. And I don't want to ever be beholden to any concept, even my own. I don't want to have this weird thing that you have to be loyal to some kind of ideology or tribalistic instinct, because that's what I've been warning people about. Jim and TJ, you know I have been warning people about this. You guys have been warning people about this.
Against having ideology, because it's immutable, right? Like you have to agree with the status quo. You have to agree.
If you step out
And
of
if you
line,
step out, if you step out of line with that, you're cast as a pariah. That's why I always tell people, like, look, like ideology is a bad thing, as a net bad thing, just because you should your thoughts and your ideas and your justification for things should mutate based on what justifications are used and what logical arguments are used and critical thinking skills. You shouldn't latch on to an ideology just because you can't change that.
I agree. And by the way, I am getting some new headphones here soon.
No one has to agree with anything. Unless it's what I say. If I say something, then you better agree with it. That's all I'm going to say.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I just came in here and immediately Boole and Steve both had their opinions, and I was like, nah, I can agree with that.
I've built my career on people disagreeing, right? I mean,
but like,
if
are we
everybody
still
agreed,
amicable?
What the hell would I be?
But we're still amicable, right? And do
you
you
sure
seem
about
to
that?
think that I have anything against? Are we not? Is it because I'm still wearing the sweater?
Yeah,
God
you had
damn
it off
Reds.
before anybody
This is
else
Reds'
watching.
fault.
You had it off.
I'm blaming Reds entirely.
Listen,
but I also
we all-
don't have anything against Shannon either,
Of
right?
course not. No,
we
sure.
we agreed
Amazing.
last night that was only for me. You
Yeah, that's why we
promised.
said. I told her to put it back on because I said Reds isn't here. Did I not? I did. Something along the
I'm
lines.
pretty sure that was just the bra you were talking about.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, I do want to get a Sandring in here real quick. So, a Sandring, first of all, I apologize for the fact that you didn't get a lot of the things that you promised. But I'm hoping that that's being made up to you by certain people that have been working out. And the guy smiling right there, Dave, he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be above and beyond to try to help fix this problem. Or Sandring, are you there?
You're muted, just Sandring.
You gotta find that mute button, bud.
Yeah, I can't unmute you. All right, we'll get back to him when he figures out the unmute. But I guess we can tell the story. Dave, you want to tell the story?
The story of what?
I'll leave it to Sondering if he can. Let's give him a minute because maybe he's just doing something with his truck. or
No,
something.
Sandring just said that Tom wants in and he can have his spot.
All right, I gave him the Tom the link, but all right, but Sandra, can Dave tell the story? I'm assuming it's okay.
Blink twice with your avatar if.
Honk with your truck.
Flash your headlights.
He said sure.
All right, thank you, Sandra.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave, go ahead, and then Tom, you have a link. Sorry that I only have 10 people in here. I'm going to try to get a business account like we had before, where we have 25 people, because I've had hangouts with 25 people easy. So.
Yeah, as Sandring has shown yet again this evening, he's like a gentleman of maximal generosity.
Yeah,
and has been a gigantic supporter of the NonSequitur show.
Huge.
And I don't see anything from that. Kyle hasn't seen anything Kyle's seen all of that. Steve hasn't seen anything from that. Paul hasn't seen anything from that. But we know that was his intention, right? Like his intention was to like support the people running the show, and so like I massively appreciate that, and want to like again, Sandring, thank you for that. And the one thing that he asked for was to meet one of his heroes, which is Aaron Ra, and Kyle has been stringing him around and dicking him along on that for months and months and months. I came to find out.
Tell him to come to Atheist Edge. He's here all the time.
Yeah, well, I've already gone. I've contacted Aaron. I've arranged for a hangout between the two of them and everything. So, I mean, at least that part's taken care of. I mean, it won't be a show on non-sec like was promised, but, you know, try to make up for some of that, because we absolutely appreciate everything that you contributed to it.
Oh my God, who's that?
That's just David's mic. Every so often, it just kind of decides to
Wonky?
eat itself from the inside.
Jeez, it's supposed to be non-sequitur show funeral, not my ears.
I'm sorry, I do not know what happened.
Yeah. Anyway,
It happens once in a blue moon, every couple, like once a week or something. For a couple of hours, his mic will just do that. It'll blink that every so often. It's bizarre.
Sandra, your mic got unmuted? Did you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, I finally. Thanks, Bull, for getting me back to the actual room. I went to type a message because TomTom's been wanting to get in for a while. He keeps sending.
He has the link. He can come in after you're done.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very sad. You know, something that I loved enough to actually put my own money into, and you know, to watch the difficulties and to watch the shift over especially the last few months. You know, wondering what exactly is going on because you're not doing the same things that you used to be doing, and not getting any kind of real information at all. You know, I don't expect people to, just because I'm donating money, to explain everything to me. But when things start shifting and I start asking questions, what's going on, and I don't get any answer at all.
Actually, that's exactly what that means.
Yeah, I got to tell you right now. I looking back, and I swear to God, I had nothing to do with this. But looking back, I don't know if Kyle had any intention of fulfilling a lot of this stuff. And by the way, I swear to you, I had no knowledge whatsoever of him promising Aaron's time to you. That was news to me. And Aaron found out about this, obviously. And Aaron, I know for a fact, is livid about that. So.
Well, it was. I'm such a horrible person about being pushy too. I don't want to be pushy. It's your show. I like the show.
Why didn't you tell me though? If you would have told me, I would have made that happen in 5 minutes.
Because I didn't realize that there was these problems going on. I didn't know that. I mean, I
would have taken care. I would have rectified that in a fucking heartbeat had I known.
Anytime anytime I need to get on the show for anything, I've always went to Steve, and Steve made it happen.
I was the person arranging everything. I was the one that was booking everything initially. What I would do is I'd get the guest, book it, and Kyle would schedule. Right, and that stopped over a period of time. That got less and less. But if anybody had any problems, I was the person to contact. You know, if you had anything issue, I was the fixer.
Yeah, well, I thought it was being taken care of. You know, and some of the problems I thought, you know, because Kyle was doing the scheduling, so that's what I thought I would go through to get something scheduled. And you know, I've got some more or less unique scheduling issues. Where it's very difficult for me to schedule far in advance. Of course, like right now, I've got until Monday, and I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm shut down in the middle of the country. But I wouldn't have been able to tell you that a week ago. Yeah. So it's just difficult. And the SmackDown is going to occur Sunday afternoon at 4 for that. So
all right, cool. I appreciate it. I'm glad. Thank you, Dave, for arranging that. Next time, look at. Just like I run my own channel on this particular channel, or the Great Debate Community channel, which people can go subscribe to. The link is in the video description. That's going to be building up as well. If you've got any issues, contact me. I always try to get back to people. I don't think there's anybody out there saying, well, Steve's been blowing me off. If there is, please come talk to me, because every person who's messaged me, I've tried to get back to, always. This is why I spend 3 or 4 hours in the mornings getting up, you know, and taking care of these things, which I've always said that I have. Let me read some more super chats real quick, and then Sandring, I think, like I said, TomTom wants to come in.
Well, yeah. I wanted to say one thing in regards to that, for just one moment. I joined as a Patreon, and you know there were some really cool Patreon rewards. I was thinking, this is great, but I didn't do it for any of that. I joined because I was a big fan of the show, and that was it. But I noticed, the second I joined, nobody reaches out to me, nobody does anything, and it was as one of the higher level ones, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I saw other people in the Discord sitting there going, well, wait a minute. We've been promised these things. Is any of this going to happen? And there was no reply. And I'm saying, and I'm just sort of watching. And it wasn't a huge deal to me. I'm sitting there going, I already have access to you guys. I didn't, but I'm like, that's a legally binding contract. And if nobody's staying on top of that, I
didn't have access to the Patreon, so I didn't get any of those messages.
Are wanting to be part of it.
Any idea what?
Listen, I'm not. Well, and that's the thing. If Kyle wants to say the show is his, if he wants to say that the show is his, well then, excuse me, and he's the one. You can tell he's the one who wrote all the Patreon levels, and he's the one who did. And he did a great job with that. But where is any of that? Where's the follow through on any of that? That's legally binding.
Yeah, I had the exact same, the exact same situation that you were in, Nick. I mean, it's like I joined, and granted, I wasn't the highest donator, but it was, it was looking at the rewards, going, wow, that's really kind of cool. I'm donating because I love the show and I'd like to see it keep going. And that's why I initially started my Patreon, was to help ensure that it kept going, because I really loved it. And I thought, well, this is kind of a cool bonus section over here. And other than the Patreon hangouts, which began slowing down recently, none of those were really were ever
fulfilled.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know many patrons that it was.
There were people on the Discord talking about.
No follow-ups, no discussion, nothing.
There are people on the Discord that were.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
There are people in the Discord that were talking about stuff like that, because there were supposed to be like one of the lower level Patrons is getting to do a talk on the show, right? And so I think that was the $20 one, if I'm remembering correctly. But the people in the Discord who were talking about this, and something that Katie had tweeted out about was that the Discord was it's immature to blow up the Discord. The person who blew up the Discord was Godless Engineer. We were in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have privy. I haven't been in the Discord for ages, like months. And funny that people are like, "Oh."
I was in there as it was happening. I watched it happen.
Well, somebody accused me of being in the Discord, saying things and blowing things up and doing this stuff. And I'm like, this is the kind of fuckery that I see, because I'm like, I haven't been in the Discord in forever.
Steve doesn't Discord.
That's one of the running jokes, right? So I was not in there saying to do anything to anybody at any time. It just never happened.
No, absolutely not.
As I understand, there was like 30 Steves in the Discord.
Yeah, none of them were me. Not one. I swear to God, not one.
Actually, to clarify the Discord issue, here's what happened. I went in and we got a little bit of a sit-in protest idea. So what I did is I went in, and if you know anything about Discord, you can have roles display separately. So like in my Discord, I have Grups, who are my patrons. If you're a patron, you come to my Discord, you're in a special class, and it shows you as separate. It's the same thing with Patreon Saints on the NonSequitur Show Discord. So what I did is I made it so that those didn't display separately. You still had the colors. You could still tell by looking at the color of the person. It's just one big long list. And then we were going to change everybody's nickname to Steve McRae, so that when Kyle came in, if he was coming in with an axe to grind with anybody, he'd have a hard time figuring out who to deal with. It was just, and it's something that's easily fixable. The actual user can change their name back if they want to. And
that explains a lot, because I went in and I saw Chesh, and it was Cheshire Steve, and I was just like, Cheshire
right.
That's
what that was all about. Literally, that's where it was supposed to end.
Yeah, we all changed our name to. It was supposed to be like a silent protest.
Yeah, I am Spartacus.
Yeah.
All right, let me again, but like I said, I knew nothing about that. I didn't find out after the fact, so.
So GE comes in. I'm taken out of the top nun role as soon as GE comes in, and the only person that could have possibly taken me out of the top nun role is Kyle himself.
Oh yeah,
because Kyle was the owner of the server, and that was the top role. So, as soon as that happened, I left. I'm like, I'm not sticking around if you're automatically going to take me out of here too. So, because you took me out of the channel, you took me out of the Patreon. Or not the Patreon, but the Discord, so
yeah. Somebody in the live chat was like, "I don't think Steve's going to get his money." You're probably right. That's one of the reasons why I've gone public. I'm well aware of this. I don't think there's anything to sue for, to be honest with you. I think he spent it all, and until he opens the books, there's no way to know. And he's not opening them. And so for the people, hang on one sec. So the people that are hanging around him, his other friends, his other co-host, I do have in my own way, I'm holding them somewhat responsible if he doesn't open the books if they don't pressure him to do so, because as a friend, there are some of his co-hosts that are friends of mine, one and a half maybe, but that need to pressure him into doing that, right? I mean, there's nothing ethical about what he's doing, and I can't imagine any of my friends that are ethical people not pushing him to open those books, and then at least pay me when I'm fucking due. Okay, but I'm not going to take a payout until I see the books. That would be fucking ridiculous. And if he steals it all, if there's anything left to even steal, I'll let the community decide that. And then if I want to go after him. But anyways, let me read the super chats here. And by the way, he has my PayPal. He can send it to my PayPal at any goddamn time. And PayPal gets a certain amount. That's all tracked. I don't give a fuck. You can send it to my bank account. He doesn't have that. He'd do it as a super chat. Well, it'd be too much for that now because they take him out of that. But anyways, he get me the money. There's way. He's got my address. He could wire it to me. He could. I don't know how.
PayPal is going to be a huge issue for him.
I don't care how the fuck he does it. He could,
people who have been giving.
I give him my bank account information if he can wire it to that. I don't give a shit.
People who feel like they've been slighted personally, because I mean, realistically, they have. Their recourse that they can personally take is reporting this to Patreon. Like Patreon, and that you can report that shit. You can report this kind of shit. You can report it to YouTube as well. If you've been giving super chats, you can be like, "Listen, I gave this to this show, and they basically took my money and didn't do what they said they were doing."
Yeah, in fact, I think you can claw back like 6 months worth.
Well, and
the limit.
It's not just that.
What? Try again, Nick.
He broke up,
but
Nick.
He is on the verge of being demonetized on those platforms. I said every one of those platforms. This was probably not the wisest way to go about this if he really had a problem. I mean, YouTube, if there's a dispute, YouTube's going to shut it down until it's done. If there's a dispute with the money, if there's a dispute with Patreon, I don't think this was a wise move on his part.
Yeah, I mean, if the Patreon,
hey, look,
I haven't
functioning.
If the Patreons want to do something like that, they can figure, take that and run.
Yeah, I don't want to encourage people to do that. I just want people to be aware that that is an option that they have.
All right, so let me read these super chats out real quick. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. NANA, Herbert is $5. Digital hugs to Steve McRae. We're all with you. NANA 666, unsubbed to NonSec NGE. Looking forward to see your channels grow. And by the way, we're still going to be looking at some of those numbers for them. I mean, but I want to read these first. Lori Brashler, I don't agree with all your positions, but that's not why I watch the show. Go forward and do well. I don't want anybody to agree with my positions. I want people to challenge me. But as anybody can tell you, I will be if they challenge me, I'll challenge them back. And some people can handle that, and some people can't. Enables $5 to the Cheshire Mattress Fund. She needs one.
Bless.
Oh my God. Les Peter Qatar, $20. Steve McRae is my spirit animal. #Steve. Ryan Kirk, $5. I've been following NonSec for a long time, and I've always enjoyed the content covering science and philosophy most. We'll follow you in the future shows. Thank you, and we'll be doing future shows. I've got some stuff lined up. Bombay, $50. Who was the NS regulars are on Team McRae now, and what's happening with NS Archive? Tipping my glass of Old Monk rum to you, 10 o'clock here in Perth. Thank you, Bombay. I don't know who the NS regulars on. I know who's every regular came back to me. I don't know anybody that's still with Kyle. Maybe one or two, but who knows? Squirrel $5. Gays for Steve. #. Kyle doesn't represent all of us. I recognize that. Trust me. I do recognize that. I'm not one of those people that say, oh, because one person does this, that it applies to all the group. That's just not my thing. Pure Austinian, $2. $2 for more taped headphones. Yeah, I'm gonna have that fixed. We get a new pair. I mean, Cajun, $2. New show name idea. Argumentium ad verum.
I can.
Zombian, $5. Seeing the way Bull was treated, screw Kyle, show us colors. Yeah, look at, you could be my biggest distractor in the world, and you can believe any bullshit story that Kyle wants to spin. What's this excuse for fucking over Bull?
Yep. What about Bull?
What about Bull? There's just nothing to be had there. There's just nothing. So.
Yeah, the argument for Steve also isn't strong, but yeah, what about Bull? You got nothing. I'm willing to bet money, given his reaction during the live stream and given the way he talked about it at the beginning of that stream, he was thinking that people weren't going to people were going to forget about him.
He did not
exactly the
expect
opposite,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I we're almost done with the super chats real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to just say one thing regarding that. People have not forgotten me. I asked for $70 from people in the community that actually reached out to me before it really went very far past that night. And I'm like, somebody asked if I was okay. I said, yeah, I've got a job coming up Monday. I need $70 to get a bus pass for the month until I can start taking Ubers and get a paycheck and all that stuff. So they said, well, I think we can manage that. And then I woke up to $700.
Wow.
So I am flabbergasted and thankful as hell to the community out there.
We have an amazing community. I mean, this is what Kyle doesn't understand.
And it's kept going. I went from 3 patrons to 24 patrons on my own Patreon, and some of them are quite substantial too. So I've just put that out.
We've been building up a community for several years now, thanks to Reds and other people, the Great Debate community, which was the reason why got hold of me in the first place, because I had a following and I had a community of people that I've cultivated, intellectual conversations, and very articulate, intelligent people with PhDs, people that want to come in and have discussions, and that just grew, and NonSequitur came out of that. And so that group, that core group from NonSequitur, still a lot of GDC members. And I don't think Kyle recognized that because how many people that I brought to the NonSequitur show. But I got to get through these real quick. They're just ridiculous. Steve, people on the internet, to $5. Steve, that's twice in 1 week you made me poop my pants. I'm running out of pants. He's a pooper. I don't know what it is. Zombian, I'm drunk as fuck. Here's another $5. Oh, thank you. I like that.
That's
one.
awesome. That's a man after my own heart, right there.
Steve, would like to thank you for the knowledge I've gained listening to you. The show was based upon good arguments and facts. It's a shame people's feelings ended it. Agreed. Katie Joy works for Pathos. Pathos equals new media. Save me, CNN Jeebus. Enable us. Frank McVoy, $5. Kyle is acting like an untreated addict. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I can't speak with some authority. No one in recovery would cheat anybody. I don't have any inside information on that whatsoever. I have, to my best of knowledge, I don't think that he is. I'm going to go on record. I don't think that he is. But I have seen behavioral changes. But I'm not an expert in that. So I'm not. I don't know anything about one way or another. I just know that he's never told me that he's back on anything. And I will go on record to say that. I'm not going to try to just float that balloon. Right.
Yeah, I've never seen anything either to indicate that, but there's been some funny memes.
Yeah, this was
funny. I really hope we're going over the going over the meme train tonight. I want to look at these.
I will only be able to say things that I back the fuck up, and there's no possible way I can back the fuck that up. So I'm not going to even try to pull.
You don't back up the memes?
Jim.
No, the meme's funny. The memes are fucking hilarious. No, I'm saying that I don't know. To me, I don't think they actually is back on drugs. I just don't. I'm gonna go on a limb and
that Elmo one. Oh my god, that Elmo one.
Hilarious.
Holy shit! I really hope we show that one because it 100% implies that, but actually doesn't say it.
Yeah. Real quick, two more chats.
All right, folks, I got to get going.
My favorite.
All right, Nicholas, you gonna drop out? Plus, Ray is gonna come in, and I think
it's the one. It's Kyle shooting NonSequitur, and then it says,
that was
"Why
me.
would Steve do this?"
That was mine.
Why would Steve do this?
Why would Steve do this?
That was Cheshire.
That was me.
Lockhovian says $7.
I give you credit.
I'm going to read a certain amount, then I'm going to refresh, and I'll read the next in the next 15 minutes or so. I love Steve's work. I was disappointed when he wasn't on an episode of NonSec for $7. Thank you. By the way, that was Kyle's doing. I wanted to be on more. We had agreed that NonSec was NonSec, then he would do these other peripheral projects with other people. But then I slowly noticed that I was being edged out, clearly. Mick Divinator, £5. Think Kyle is getting mad with you was caused by JFG agreed on right to self-segregation and racial differences to the extent of phenotypes. I don't know what that means. I don't agree with self-segregation at all, and I'm not a race realist by any stretch of imagination. The only thing I agreed with JF on was what's called, well, I didn't agree with him per se, but there's something called genes versus memes, but that's not have anything to do with anything but biology. That was Dawkins. Richard Dawkins came up with that, and then the God delusion. No, in the selfish gene. So there's something to be said for when it comes to memes and memes, which is the propagation of ideas as social constructs and things just like when you have a change of frequency in a population, right? That's evolution. And so how gene propagation goes through, the same thing with these ideas. So that was the narrative. There's something to be said for it. That's what I was kind of agreeing with JF on. That's it. I am not a race realist by any stretch of imagination, and I think segregation in any form, de facto or institutional or even voluntarily, makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, all right, Jim.
Oh shit! I almost forgot what I was going to say. This has probably been beat to death, but we're not sycophants. There's 4 hosts of this show, and Courtney just barely tolerates your ass, and even TJ and I are we love you, but while I was sitting here with my hand up, while my arm was hurting, I just thought of like literally a half a dozen things that I disagree with you on. One thing that you have changed my mind on, that whole fucking semantics with atheism and agnosticism, the difference between philosophically and colloquially, you did change my mind on that. I just want people to know we're not sycophants, and you got to divorce yourself from your personal opinions of Steve, and you got to look at what actually has been going on to him. So I know it's been beat to death, but you got to look at those 2 things in perspective. No matter what you think of Steve, you got to look at the actions that have been taken on him. That's all I got.
Yeah, but like I said, the great debate community was built on debating. It was having discussions. It was disagreeing. Go ahead.
TJ's got something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Courtney loved me. You're telling me she hates me now?
No, she doesn't hate you. She just
tolerates me.
Courtney,
Talk about the 6K.
Okay, yeah. The thing I wanted to mention is like we did this impromptu live show tonight, right before you guys got on, and we were hovering like incessantly between like 5.999K subs, right? And when we did this live show, like so many people got on, and we skyrocketed and surpassed our 6K subs.
Yay.
So we finally got 6K.
We're not
subs.
piggybacking off of your fame, but you did boost our ass big time.
Yeah,
I think I boosted you to 2K actually.
We just hit 6K though.
Just 6K,
okay.
yeah.
No, and by the way, this is the core thing. One of the core things in the Great Debate community was a rising tide lifts all boats. If I succeed, other people succeed. I don't understand this mentality of, oh, look, somebody's doing better than me. They're succeeding. Look at Shannon Q. I started on this channel, right? Let's talk about you with Shannon Q. She met Paula Gia on this channel in these hangouts, and look how successful she is, right? That's all her. She did that.
Hey, I just want to point out that right now, Steve, the scheduled video for tomorrow over on the NonSec channel, is still 24 hours or whatever before going live, and it's got 66 downvotes.
Well, dude, there's obviously a group of we all know some trolls in the community. They've been around for a very long time. They're never going to go away. They have no lives whatsoever. All they do is bitch about me and some other people like Reds. We get that. They're never going to go away. They're just like shit on your soles of your feet that stuck there and just resides there in perpetuity. I used in perpetuity again.
I mean, yeah, but at this point, unleash the trolls. It's pretty funny.
I don't know, man. Anyways. Okay, let's look at some numbers. But Reg, Tom, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's get to you real quick.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
But you might not like me after.
I don't like you now, Tom. I'm an open book, dude. Ask me my questions. If somebody asks me a question, I don't want to answer.
Okay.
It's not your business.
Okay, yeah, I know. So there's this narrative you should have made a contract with Kyle before, and you didn't. So you're basically stupid. Or
he's got a contract though.
Yeah, I have more than people think.
Yeah.
Tom,
let me
I have more than what people think.
The alternative is you have some sort of government help, so you forfeited your payments, so to speak, to not endanger that.
Look,
that's the alternative.
I explained it at the very beginning of this episode very clearly, actually. Look, whatever it is for my medical is my business, but it's not to defraud anything. I assure you on that, okay? I mean, trust me on that. I have VA. I can't lose my medical, people. The narrative about me losing my medical is fucking stupid.
So there's something that's actually kind of points to this a little bit. So Katie was saying stuff like this as well, and if I'm not mistaken, she was also the Jilly Juice person was accusing her of frauding people because of the way she did her business. And you know what she didn't need to do and wasn't required to do and nobody asked her to do? Release her personal finances.
Yeah,
but here she is doing that exact thing.
Well, and it's a personal attack against me. My medical stuff, what's going on with me, is nobody else's goddamn business. It's nobody's fucking business. I'm sorry, it's just not. I've not talked about it with everybody. Reds doesn't even know my medical stuff. He doesn't. You ask him, hey Reds, have I ever told you who pays my medical?
There was that one time when we were in bed together and you told me about your erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Tom, realistically, you're saying a lot of shit that you don't know anything about.
Nobody knows what's going on, and they think that they do it. And let me finish. Tom, let me finish, please. When you have people like Katie, who's supposed to be a journalistic person, have integrity, floating these things out there as a fuck all, she knows what he's talking about, and didn't believe people when they were telling her, look, if Steve can't lose his medical because of VA, it's just fucking ridiculous, right? I'm getting much. I have probably made $1,000 today. Okay.
Hey, a quick question.
I don't even know about this person. I was just trying to. Maybe you can just clarify.
Yeah.
Because
I've just been through it 4 times and I don't want to go through it again. That's all. Watch the beginning of the video.
The thought that VA benefits that you earn from serving in the military have any effect on anything else whatsoever. It's like I made $108,000 last year. I can still access my VA.
Right.
Right.
Kyle doesn't know what's going on, so he can't tell anybody what's going on because he fucking has no fucking clue. He fucking has no goddamn clue. This is what really just blows my fucking mind.
All right, Steve. Steve, hear me out.
Yes.
Now that we have excluded the second option. Now the first option or the first narrative still is pressing against you. Why were you so fucking stupid to not make?
I have my reasons for that, and
that's a pretty loaded question.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah.
If you I'm
not making the charge.
I know.
I'm just referring what other people are saying.
Listen to me. I have personal things with me dealing with the fact with my father and his incorporation with being a CEO of a corporation. Okay, I know what an LLC is. I understand what goes into a corporation. He got fucked out of $250,000 having a corporation. Okay, I know what he went through. Okay, I have my reasons why I didn't want to have limited liability. If you don't believe me, go look up William P. McRae. He was the CEO of Simplector Technologies. He had 6 fucking patents across the world. Okay, and he spent his life dedicated to a product that somebody screwed him out of with a fucking corporation. So fuck you people that are pulling this bullshit narrative about, oh, you should have a fucking contract. It doesn't mean goddamn fucking shit. Trust me on this. And again, if you want verification, go look up patent records for Simplector Technologies. I've actually showed them on the fucking show before. But anyways, I'm not mad at you, Tom. Trust me on this. But I have my fucking reasons for things. And I would expect people in the community to respect those decisions of mine for personal fucking reasons. And
it's a whole lot of information that not only does Steve not have to talk about, but it's also shit that he probably shouldn't, and also they're his personal finances. If you were to make your personal finances fucking available to everybody on the internet, you're basically doxing yourself.
Look,
the president of the United States hasn't even released his fucking taxes, and you're here ragging on fucking Steve.
Look, an LLC is to protect finance. Wait, listen, hang on. An LLC.
I'm not trying.
Tom, an LLC is to protect your assets, okay? A limited liability corporation is to protect your assets. I have no assets. I have no car. I have no home. I have taped up fucking... I have nothing to protect. So
Steve,
I'm sick. I'm done with that narrative. I've explained it, Tom. I'm sick of people doing floating balloons on it. Let them fuck off, okay? Tom, just tell them to fuck right off. I've explained it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Steve, I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm just trying to point out.
Well, I am a little triggered because this is personal stuff to me.
What people are wondering about, and you could clarify.
I just did.
And
And that's good. All they're going to get on it.
Okay,
I have a quick question. If people don't mind. What's everybody drinking?
Rum. Yeah.
Gatorade.
Wine.
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
I'm drinking iced tea.
But anyways, that's all I'm ever. Hopefully, that's all I ever have to say on this shit again.
Coca-Cola, and there were ice cubes, but are no longer. So I'm drinking diluted Coke.
The contract, by the way, the contract Kai wanted was a limited liability corporation. But there's other reasons. But there's still a lot of reasons. But there was medical things involved. Okay, I've already explained that. Okay, but that's my business. Okay, it's not to defraud anything. Nobody's getting screwed anything. It wasn't to avoid taxes. All taxes would be paid. He hasn't paid me anything to pay taxes on. It's just so disconcerting.
Again, Steve, this is not me trying to trigger you.
I understand that, Tom, but I've explained this 6,000 fucking times already.
Tom, you definitely also straight up said, "Why are you so stupid as to do this?" instead of asking a question. What I'm picking on. No, hold on. What I'm picking on here is the way. If you want to, I'm just trying to relay this, then you're approaching it poorly.
But in
Tom's
defense,
no.
Steve, in Tom's defense, Steve took the bait, and we in Atheist Edge we have 20 commandments that we try to live by, and he violated number 6. Think with your head instead of your heart. Even if someone comes at you like that, you got to remain rational. I can't believe I'm saying this to Steve, but he's the one that usually is the one like
being
that.
angry. It doesn't necessarily mean being irrational.
Yeah,
Steve's not being irrational. He's pissed.
I'm not irrational.
Those are two different things.
I did nothing irrational. I shouldn't have to explain shit to people that are none of their goddamn business, to be honest with you. It's just not.
And it's one thing if you wanted to ask that question the way you.
If I may put my 2 cents on this, Tom, I think we already know who's asking those questions.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We don't really
it's not the question, it's the source.
To go back 2 years ago to a split that is fucking irrelevant, and those people can just fuck off when it comes to that.
Yeah.
If you have nothing better to do with your time than to sit there and have a show called Talking Shit Tuesday, JD Kane, then fucking get a life, buddy.
And if you want to ask that question, then ask a question. Don't accuse somebody. That's not a question. That's an accusation.
Yeah, thank you. And so here's the thing on that. Look at Tom.
Yes, you did.
Tom, you did.
No,
I'm not mad at you. But
you said, "Why are you so stupid as to do this?"
Yeah,
that's not a question.
I don't want to. Okay.
No,
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm not going to deal with this right now. Okay, you're talking about very personal things with my family right now. I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the shit about my family. Just don't go there. Okay. So there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of reasons why I have for what I did. You have no idea how much money that I have had taken from me from my family. You have no fucking idea. This is chump change. What happened to this channel? What my family did to me. Okay. So don't bother with any of this bullshit. The people that are asking you this stuff, Tom, the people that want to float these narratives, let them fucking do that. Okay. There's nothing to float because I have not received a goddamn dime from this channel. From that channel, and if he wants to pay me any way, shape, or form what I'm due, and then we'll worry about any future things, I'm fine with that. Okay, but anybody who says otherwise, you better ask them for goddamn evidence. As a skeptical community, I guarantee it, they won't have a goddamn thing because everything that they can show you, I've already said, and I've already told you about. But what they haven't told you about is my family stuff because very, very few people know about that kind of stuff. Okay,
and they shouldn't. Why should they? The internet has no business.
I agree. But I try to be transparent as possible. But I do. There's a 1% that I'm entitled to myself, I believe. Okay.
Oh yeah, and everybody is. You're entitled. Could be like.
It's not for any other reason, just because there's a lot of shit, personal hurt that went through that stuff that I don't want to talk about. That's it. We all have things that have happened to us. Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Question for Tom. Tom, is there anything else that you want to contribute to the conversation other than that? Or do you have nothing else?
You can unmute, Tom. I can't unmute you.
Regarding which topic, I guess.
Anything else?
The topic that you came in here. You said you had 2 questions, and those questions have been answered ad nauseum. Okay, so now that those questions have been answered yet again, do you have anything else to contribute, I'll take that as a no.
All right, so I've answered the questions why I didn't want to contract with Kyle. There's, like I said, there's reasons for that. None of that is relevant. Absolutely none of it is relevant. I want people to focus on what's going on now. So we're gonna switch gears here. So Godless Engineer has decided to stick with this narrative with Kyle, and he actually said, I have a screenshot on my Facebook of him saying that I agree with Kyle on all this, and that Kyle was perfectly fine to do this. And somebody had astutely pointed out to him, wait, if Kyle had a right to kick Steve out, why didn't Steve have a right to kick Kyle out?
Yeah, no, you
did. Same fucking thing.
Well, yeah, neither.
But he had all the
neither
passwords. Other than that,
yeah.
I could have just as easy kicked him out. But he got all the money, right? So, GE, GE once told a flat earther he mocked him for losing 12 subs in a day. You guys remember that? I'm almost positive I remember this. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I remember him mocking a flat earther for 12 subs. He's lost about 5 of them so far. So, people have spoken to you on this. And then NonSequitur show, if I refresh, wow. Yeah, they've lost about 2,000 subs. So Kyle wanted popular opinion. He said, "Hey, Steve, let the people may think certain things, but I don't want to ruin the reputation of the show, and we want I'm worried about popular opinion kind of thing." Well, I think the popular opinion speaks for itself.
I'm gonna do what I need to do what's best for the NonSequitur show. Yeah, how the fuck is that working out for you, buddy?
Yeah, this was 31,323 at one time.
It's down to 28,881.
Listen, if Kyle's supposed to be the face and the charismatic one, he's he definitely did not roll high.
Yeah, and then by the way, Unirock, he is doing he did a live stream, but he also had another video out, and he wants me to come on his show. And he did a brilliant analysis. It was spot on. I don't think matter of fact, he didn't get anything wrong. So that was great. I'm gonna put that link in the description later.
I also wanted to throw something out there, and I said this yesterday or the day before, but I don't want to go into too much detail. But there was a threat made against me. I'm not going to say by who. Saying that, oh, your reputation is about to be absolutely destroyed or whatever the fuck else. And my response is always bring it the fuck on, bitch, and see what the fuck happens.
Me too.
I mean, they tried that before. Tom, you may have remembered that. If you also may remember, the only thing I got out of it was 12,000 more subs. So by all means, keep that hate boner really, really fucking stiff. But I asked them a question, which I still haven't gotten an answer, which is let's hypothetically say they make a miracle happen and they ruin my reputation. Will that all of a sudden make? Yeah. Will that all of a sudden make Kyle? Will that all of a sudden put Kyle in the right here? Will that fix his reputation? Will that automatically make the quite nearly 3,000 subs just come screaming back?
And the half Patreons. And by the way, it's not just okay. Look at Casey, GE, Katie, and Kyle. All 4 of them. Yeah. I'm trying to put this in a way that
I mean, think of it like this. Think of it like this.
All 4 of them have personally tried to come after me. All 4 of them have personally attacked me and said things that are completely not true and trying to run these things with the SDI and SSDI and VA and all that other stuff. Which, if I was the worst fucking person on earth, it would not matter, as opposed to what Kyle did. But all 4 of them are standing by Kyle as if he did no wrong, as if it's okay to fuck somebody over and steal all the money, or especially what the agreement was. They haven't seen the books, I don't think. I don't think anyone else have seen the books.
I've actually seen more of the finances than you have, and I'm just telling you this right now. I'm not going to name numbers. I know what they are, but yeah, you're being fucked out of a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, so where did the money go besides the stuff that Kyle bought? Now, Bullinator, you think the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. I listed you on AE. I'm not trying to call you out.
I have no idea where that. I'm just saying that's a lot of fucking money. I don't fucking know where it went, but let's just say that's a lot of money to spend.
On Atheist Edge, Bullinator had the same thing that I felt, that Kyle was spending it. He dipped into it like he did for his rent, for his laptop, and for the plane flights, which I know for a fact because I gave him permission to do so, because he was out of work. He's still out of work. He survives on this. So I think he's dipping in more and more, and he was going to put it back, and he was going to put it back, and then couldn't put it back anymore. Dave, is that a feasible thing?
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see someone saying, "Well, I've got it." It's a carrot in front of you. If you've got something that comes up financially that you need to take care of now, it's the thought. It's easier to ask forgiveness and permission.
Well, he did the same thing Sandring.
Comes ahead, and then he could put it back in, and no one would be the wiser. It'd be like, hey, I borrowed this, and at the time, and maybe it might not have been a big amount to start with, but if you do it more than once and you keep doing it, it adds up. Kind of like writing hot checks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened too. But even if it did, it doesn't justify anything. There could be $10,000 waiting in an account from somebody right now. If that's the case, then why wouldn't you fucking show me the books on it?
You know, and this is something. Let's hypothetically
I'll
say
take the money because the show ain't gonna be worth shit after all this. Because any gust that goes on there is gonna be fucking toxic as shit.
I know, but Steve, do me a favor. Shut the fuck up for a second. Let's hypothetically say that Steve is the most horrible person in the fucking universe, and let's say that I'm the most horrible person in the fucking universe, and that I eat puppies alive or some crazy shit like that. You know, just
Reds
think
is
of the
about
most
to make the
thing.
point I already made.
Yeah,
but it sounds better from him.
God damn it, Chess! It's called mansplaining. It's called mansplaining.
No, Reds. Let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you. In order to mansplain, wait. No, I'm gonna get this one out.
Did I just tell you to shut the fuck up?
No.
I just tell you to shut the fuck up?
Listen carefully. In order to mansplain, you first have to be a man.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is true. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
Quit pulling your sister.
I kind of want to hear what Jim has to say.
No,
He's fucking losing his mind.
My arm was getting tired.
Jim, we'll get to you. Both Jims. Hang on, or whatever.
You don't have to hold your hand up the whole
I can
time.
see you. Just.
Okay. Listen. Okay, so correction. You are absolutely right, Chess. It's helicopter splaining. So anyway, as I was saying, if we are such terrible fucking people, and let's hypothetically say that we are, how does that help Kyle? How does that make him not a scummy fucking person? How does that not make him a douchebag friend, a douchebag business partner, and just a douchebag in general?
Yeah, go ahead, Jim Hall.
Completely not related. Yeah.
All right. Am I muted?
No,
Am I okay? Steve, please tell me to shut the fuck up real quick if I reveal any personal communications you don't want known between you and I. But I'm going to ask you two questions. A, what prior to this incident, did you ever ask to see the books? And B, prior to this incident, did you ever ask for any money ever?
Yes.
Me knowing the question to that already.
Yes and yes. I have records here of me asking back in before tax day, do you have an amount? He said, I don't want to speculate. The tax accountant has that. I'm like, okay, but I need, I can show you right now a message to Kyle if you want me to. But me asking him, can you show me the books? But there's probably other information off.
Right.
We're never going to see those books.
But I have asked him. I've asked him many times before.
Private interaction. Please stop me if you don't want too much known. But based on our private communications, I'm aware of at least a half a dozen reasons, bullshit reasons, why he could not show you the books or give you any money.
What you know some bullshit reasons? What do you tell you? Because
I know he's based on what we've talked about, but I don't want to put it out there unless you're comfortable with it.
Why don't you mess me on it? Because I don't know I don't want. If it's Kyle's private messages, then that's a different story. Mine, I don't give a shit.
Right.
I tell people the same fucking things. I just don't show private messages because I think that there's a trust there when you send somebody to private message, right? But I tell people the same thing. So you're not talking about private communication between you and I because nothing I've told you is out of bounds as far as that. I don't know.
But everyone's aware that he has bullshit excuses for not paying you when you ask
well,
for
it doesn't matter what the excuses are. We know there's bullshit excuses. I don't care. You message me later what the bullshit excuses are.
Okay.
It's irrelevant. We all know. He took the channel with the bullshit excuse that had to do with SEO, which may or not have been true. He kicked David and I off with bullshit excuses, and then he asked David to lie about it. That's what was upsetting David.
There's no excuse for Boole anyway.
David, did he or did he not ask you to lie for him?
He did. He asked me to lie about that I was not. That I was still. He basically said to tell you, and I'm going to tell you what the lie was, because it's all this stuff's already out. It's kind of pointless to keep this particular lie quiet. He asked me to tell you that I was made a communications manager again, even though he was going to leave me manager for this purposes of producing. I'm like, I'm not going to lie for you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. If you don't give it, it was me, because you kept asking me after I got my manager back the first time he took it away, because he took it away from me twice.
Mm-hmm.
First time, I think he did it to make it look like the SEO excuse was actually valid, because he knew I was smarter than that. I'm like, okay, I need to do it to Dave so that Dave sees it's a reason, because and let him keep producing. So then, I think that might have gone through his head. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on the thought process very much here.
And just FYI, I want real quick. I want to get started. I will only show him private messages that I've sent. I will never show anybody private messages to me. Okay, so I know Kyle will, because he has no ethics. I know for a fact. And I think I think there's legal things with that, but I don't show private messages, so you're never going to see any Kyle's private messages from me. Nobody, none of you will, even in private. I don't. I don't think, unless there's a really egregious. There's been one or two egregious situations, and Reg knows about it, and Bullinator goes about it with when we're dear departed friends, where we had no choice but to show some private messages, but they were not made public. And
yeah. So there were there were a few messages sent to me from Kyle that were questionable, to say the least. But I can describe what they said, but you're never going to see them.
Yeah, and he told me, right, and I can tell you what he told me. He told me that he removed me for SEO reasons, and I said, okay, well, are you fixing it? He's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for the software to update. He lied to me. He flat out lied to me. He told Bull to lie. So I can be the worst person in history. He's dishonest. He's a liar. He's a fraud. He's a con man. He stole this money. I have no doubt about it. At least in perpetuity. I'm not accused of stealing the money that we've already made, because I don't know. But I can tell you, I do know that he stole the money in perpetuity. There's no question about that. That's not slander. That's a fact.
Yeah. With the way things are going, though, can I shift gears for a second? Yeah. I want to talk about Gala's engineers. Some people in the live chat were asking me about that.
Sure.
Okay, so the situation between Gala's engineer and myself is the following. GE made a post on Twitter, which he then copied and pasted on YouTube, or the other way around, not exactly sure. But basically, he made a statement that I was lying about him and KC being involved in some way, shape, or form when it came to his involvement with the split between Steve and Kyle. So he called me a liar. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a guy that gets into Twitter wars with people. I'm not a guy that will bitch, moan, and complain in the comment section. I'm a guy that actively fucking calls you out. So I had a hangout, and I said, okay, I'm going to give you the link to this hangout, and I want you to come into this hangout and demonstrate in front of my audience that I am a liar. This is a golden opportunity for you to demonstrate in front of my subscribers that I am a liar. Or if you don't feel comfortable in my hangout for whatever fucking reason, maybe because you're a pansy bitch, I will go on your hangout and you can demonstrate in front of your subscribers how much of a fucking liar I am. So I went ahead and made that hangout, which it's now private because I got my answer really fucking quickly. And that answer was unfriend and stop messaging me. Unfriend and stop messaging me. And I'm like, and that's my response. That's my answer right there. Basically, I'm not going to back up my bullshit. I'm just going to block you and run away from the situation. But after I made that, after I took that screenshot and posted it, and of course, what I received back was him unblocking me just so that he could bullshit some more. So he's like, you don't understand, Steve this and Kyle that, and I'm angry at you because this. How was I supposed to know, whatever the fuck and everything. But so what I did was I sent him a few messages back and forth, which I'm not going to show here. I only showed the absolute bare bones fucking minimum that I needed to demonstrate the point. But here's the last message I sent to GE, which, by the way, I still haven't gotten a response from. I said, Here are the facts. You do not get to decide if you were an influence or not. Kyle is the only one that can. And he has said more than enough to me personally and in the recorded conversations to call you out. On top of that, you are complicit as fuck about the hostile takeover. You have been stepping up to bat for Kyle on Twitter like a motherfucker, saying shit like Steve gave up his rights to the channel when you know that is bullshit. Steve refusing to go full LLC does not mean you get to kick him out if he disagrees. You may not be an advocate of this takeover, but the truth is you are so fucking close to being one. Your massive hate boner for Steve, plus your refusal to watch a show or support the show he is on, added with you being complicit in the hostile takeover, along with you making bullshit statements about Steve somehow not having any rights to the channel, does show what hill you have chosen to die on. You will have your wish. I will not show our private conversations here, but I will show this message I sent to you. No. Eventually, dude, it would be nice for you to respond to everything I said and point out exactly where my so-called lie is hiding. Everything I said about you, KC, Kyle, and NonSequitur is the truth. I challenge you to prove otherwise. Good luck with that, and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's definitely going down with that Titanic, to say the least. Yeah, no. Look, they've been planning this kind of stuff for a while. There's no question in my mind about it. And here's
there was no collusion. Okay, I have the best people. Believe me.
GE would not man up and come into. By the way, you gave him the link to come in and join us tonight. You know where he won't come on? Because I'll ask him fucking questions he can't
answer.
The
first hangout we did, he was in the chat being like, "Oh, they won't fucking let me in."
Yeah,
and guess who disappeared as soon as we were like, "You have the link, bitch."
He won't answer questions. Just like another dishonest person, they won't answer direct questions, and I know he won't because here's the thing. Even if that's the case, even if anything about the contract or anything about that is irrelevant, how does he justify Kyle not paying me so far? How does he justify not showing me the books? How does he justify I have not seen a dime yet? If Kyle has spent all that money or he never gives me anything out of that, right? Because I can't get the books, I don't even know I'm due. Is G think that's okay too? I know he's unethical. I know he's demonstrated he's unethical at this point. But is he that unethical to even say, "Oh, well, it's okay if Kyle steals the money"? I bet he is. I will ask him that question. Go ahead, ask him. Ask him that question.
Hang on. Let me respond to something. Chess, I'm going to kind of step on your toes a bit. At Chess, would you happen to know what video Kyle was talking about threatening Reds with in the text message? And I don't know exactly what video he is referring to. Now, I did make one video that I asked for his opinion on, and I sent it to him. It's private right now. It's one of these just in case videos, just in case something actually happens. But I also have messages from Kyle saying that he approved of the video. So he's going to use a video to demonize me, a video that he previously approved of. Wow. So
this is just
so basically, if that's the video that I think he's referring to, he's about to fuck himself, but twice as hard. Just saying.
Amazing.
I mean, it could be that one, or there is a mention of a threat in the video of the four of you chatting that's on Steve's channel right now. But that's you telling Kyle that you're not going to react the way Kyle thinks you're going to react, and Kyle says, "Are you threatening me?"
But
so if that's the video that he's referring to, it's not. Reds wasn't threatening Kyle, and Kyle wasn't threatening Reds.
Listen,
Kyle has threatened.
Kyle has threatened Reds. Trust me.
I'm just saying in that video.
Kyle has threatened me.
I'm not saying he hasn't.
He has threatened me like no end, and I've seen through certain purviews.
The thing is that I have to make this perfectly fucking clear. If I really want to threaten someone, the way that I would do it, I would make sure that there's no ambiguity. I would let people know, no, I'm actually going to go to your place and make you eat fucking concrete. There's just going to be no question on my intentions there.
Yeah, look out for those paper bags, eh? They'll kick the shit out of you.
Basically, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you see a red Chevy Spark, lurking in the distance, run for your goddamn lives.
You notice they're threatening. Look at what GE was doing, right? I mean, he was spinning these narratives, right? Look at Katie, what she was doing. She was spinning these narratives. Kyle's threat.
That's something that bugged me about what Shannon said when she came flying in here the other night, is because she started being like, "Oh, fucking fine."
Yeah. But Kyle has threatened Reds. He has threatened me. And before this even happened, there was a big threat that I read. Okay, so I'm not threatening anybody. I have not made any threats to anybody at any time. I'm telling the people
Neither
the facts
have
and the truth.
I.
And
I
neither
want
is
to make that
Reds.
clear. Neither
Neither
fuck
one
have
of us
I.
play
I have
that
never
fucking
threatened
game.
anyone.
We're not threatening at all. We put it out there. We're willing to engage in dialogue. I learned a lot from Reds from being in the Great Debate community, and that is if you're on the side of righteousness, if you have the facts, if you have the evidence, stand your fucking ground and learn how to argue better.
Yeah,
that's what
let's
I do.
See. And so when he was like, "Oh, just so you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that video of yours or whatever. I just want you to be ready." I'm like, I don't know what video you're referring to, but dude, you do you at this point.
But here's the thing: if they do that, I don't see how that helps anything. How does that save anything?
It doesn't. What they were trying to do is make me shit my pants. But the only thing that I was actually able to do, here's the thing: I was in the Best Buy. Okay, I was getting a capture card for the rocket launch. I was walking back to my car. I looked at my phone and I read the messages. And then what I did was I went. Bring it the fuck on, you piece of shit. That was basically what I did. And unfortunately, he couldn't be there to hear my reaction, but it was somewhere along the lines of
I mean, like, don't threaten Reds. He's gonna call your bluff every single time. Every time.
By the way,
my fucking lungs.
I kind of want to go through these comments, but I don't think we're gonna have time now because it's just we're gonna have to do another video. But on the videos for this one, the Death and the Non-Sequitur show that I did, which I'm gonna have to, I guess, extend this out. So let me move this over here. Yeah, okay,
by the way, it's now 102 dislikes before they go live.
Oh, for the GDC?
Reds went full Reds and we all got scared and wet. Sweet heathen. I fucking love you.
Here?
And just so you guys know, Sweet Heathen is fucking awesome.
Yes, she is, and I'm going to be having I'm going to be hanging out with her very, very soon one of these days. I don't know why I can't. Usually I can resize this, but you guys can't see it in the inside chat. But I can't. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Anyways, this is my video, my Death of the Non-Sequitur show. 10,000 views already. There's comments on it. Oh my God! I just want to thank every one of you that have left the comments that you've left. Compared to the one that they did the other night, the Future of the Non-Sequitur show, Queer Eye for a Backwards Guy. I know. By the way, I want Reds to talk about this, and I really wish I can fix this so you guys can see this. Let me screen share real quick. What am I doing wrong here? Reds, I know how to operate OBS, but I'm having a hell of a time here. I want to be able to I want to see the green. It's supposed to hit Alt and then click on this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see that worked that time. Okay, so.
What was the question though?
Oh, I wanted to fix my OBS.
Okay, well, what were you wanting me to comment
Oh, yeah,
on?
I'll tell you in a sec. So, anyways, real quick. So the comments on this particular video, which is still loading, and this one, compare the two. It's just ridiculous. And by the way, these downvotes, yes, I downvoted this. I only did one. Okay, I have never asked anybody to downvote. Ever. Okay, so all these downvotes, not mine. I've never asked anybody to. I dare anybody to show me anything that I've asked them to downvote anything.
But
they've been deleting comments too, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what I want Red to talk about.
Oh yeah. Well, Astronomy Live, a good friend of ours who's a genius. He actually has a PhD. He wrote a program that will automatically sift through the comments, and it will automatically save any comment that gets deleted, and that deleted comment will be posted onto a public Discord server where people can go there and see for themselves. And there was a big wave of comments being deleted. It started at around 2 o'clock in the morning, and the deletions didn't stop until around maybe 4 in the morning, and then there was one more deleted at 6 a.m. So I would say for a good few hours straight, there was some deletions going on.
Yeah. Specific Reds?
Did those comments get recorded?
Yeah, those comments do get.
Okay,
get
so
recorded.
anything that's comment on that is in perpetuity. Okay. Okay. Somebody saw an idea there. Whatever. So, you know, what I want from the community, if I can ask any one thing, because I don't usually ask a lot from the community, but what I can ask is pressure people associated still with Non-Sequitur Show just to get the books open. And you know, whatever I'm due, I would like to have it. If I don't, you know, I'm leaving this with my integrity intact. And if Kyle wants to try to attack my integrity, more power to him. It's not going to save his. If he wants to go after Reg's integrity, more power to him. It's not going to save his. He doesn't understand that these communities are very, very unforgiving, and they have a very, very long memory. Red and I, every time we've been knocked down, we've gotten up bigger, better, and stronger because we've maintained our integrity level.
There were a few updates that I wanted to go over, and the most recent update is from Sean Hufford. There are 223 deleted.
Wow. Now, does he know that there was a bot running on that? That Mr. Johnny Live was recording all that?
Probably not. He's probably just pissed off as fuck. He's like binge eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch and jittery. His hair's all
comments.
Steve, I have a question.
223. Well, you see, after hang on. After I was at Astronomy Live's place, and I was testing out the live streaming capabilities of the Nikon P1000, the flat earther camera of choice. And while that was happening, we were actually playing the Non-Sec show on Astronomy Live's smart TV. So I was listening to this, and I was like, whoa. He is saying some massive bullshit right now. And guess what? I wasn't the only one that came to that conclusion, because the live chat was just eating him the fuck alive. So I said, hey, Astronomy Live, do me a favor. You know that bot that you made where it automatically keeps track of all the deleted comments? And he goes, yeah. Okay. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he goes, I'm already on it. And I go, this is why we're friends.
I got some more. Oh my goodness, super chats.
Steve.
Yes. Tom.
Is Kyle actually not disclosing the books whatsoever?
Are you not paying attention, Tom? I love you, Tom. He's not disclosing the books to anybody that I'm aware of. Nobody's seen the books as far as I know, and the only books that Reds is talking about that he's seen is the show analytics. He hasn't seen PayPal, he hasn't seen Patreon, he hasn't seen Streamlabs, he hasn't seen Teespring, and he hasn't seen. I think we were getting revenue for the podcast. He hasn't seen any of that.
The only reason
I find this mind-boggling, to be honest.
Welcome to my fucking world, Tom.
You're not alone.
What does anything having to do with a contract or anything? How does that have fuck all to do with him not opening the books?
Yeah, I saw only what was available on that YouTube Studio app, and the only reason I looked is because I wanted to see what Bullinator got compared to what he was owed. And let's just say, my God, there was one fuck of a discrepancy.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah. I'm sorry that I'm like behind.
Okay, Tom. No, dude, you know I love you, man. Stick with your quantum stuff, though.
Can I talk?
All right. Satan says $10. You're still awesome, Steve. Screw that 95% nonsense. No one cares about graphics and music. Red's is successful without it, which is true. He doesn't have any stuff like that.
There's legitimately somebody who's a music engineer and an artist engineer in this call.
And we
I
have
can probably come up with something.
And we've got an atheist engineer. What would be the atheist edge engineering? Yeah, do you have your hand up again? I can't see if you have your hand up, Jim.
I bought a cheap ass.
Never do. It's getting tired.
Yeah, it's not going to work because you're like that small on my fucking screen here. Okay, it's not going to work if you have your hand up. I won't see it.
The only thing I'm good at is making a bad guy room temperature, which doesn't really apply itself to civilian life. But okay, 4 things. I just want. I said this in the other live chat, in the other live show. But Bullinator, I wish great things for you at Geek Room. They have. That was a force multiplier. I think it's going to really boost them, and so everyone needs to go check out the Geek Room. Second thing, Reds and Steve. I know you got some stuff planned. We're very excited to see what you're going to do with it. Yes, it's going to be fucking badass. Second thing, well, I should say this for last. Yeah, no, I'm not. All right. Second thing is, I wouldn't normally do this. This is a private text between two people,
Don't
but
read off
it
his
is
text.
there public. It's out there public, and I'm not
Are
going
you
to
sure
say
it's
who it's
public?
from. But one side of the conversation is Godless Engineer, and this just gives you a little insight into the dark underbelly of what they're going through right now, where they know they're on the wrong side of the issue, and they're treading in the North Atlantic, and the Titanic is already sunk, and they're just grasping for fucking life vests at this point. And Godless Engineer said, "I'm biased against Steve. I never denied that. Do you have Kyle's side?" Oh. And then the guy said, "No. He removed Bull. He had no reason to. I would see his point if it was just Steve, but he did it to Bull as well." And then Godless Engineer comes back and says, "Oh, such hard fucking evidence, dipshit."
Wow.
And click.
Yeah, and by the way, I will tell you
that's where
this.
they're at right now. And the last thing I wanted to say
Yeah, okay.
is, I know we're probably getting close to the
Yeah.
end, so
We gotta wrap this up.
We have a couple plugs, so if you're gonna do plugs around the horn, and that's all I've got.
Plug your stuff now, because that way.
All right, so August 2nd, I'll be on Atheist Christian Book Club on the Facebook Live Facebook page, Atheist Christian Book Club. I'll be talking about my second book. Which one is it? Oh, Pulling Back the Green Curtain. 666 things your religious leaders never taught you. And so there's about 50 to 70 Christians and atheists that are going to be at the book club. It's going to be broadcast live on Facebook on Atheist Christian Book Club. And then it'll be on Atheist Edge later on. But I'm going to be defending my book against a bunch of believers. And that's it. That's all we got.
All right, sounds good. And by the way, I want people to know that I've been a very huge, staunch supporter of Atheist Edge. I like their format. I like their host. They've been a staunch supporter of mine. So anybody with this narrative, Steve breaks apart atheist communities.
No, he's
hang on, JC at Red's Rhetoric. Do you need a human shield? Because I will be your bulletproof armor if they fire verbal bullets at you. Jesus Christ, dude.
I can be your hero, baby.
All right, I gotta get through these super chats. Satan says $10. You're still awesome, Steve. I'm assuming they finished about that. He said, "We want to listen to intelligent debates and meat. We want the meat." Okay. Winger, $10. Buy yourself a handle of Admiral Nelson. I had that. That was my last rum for Rum and Coke Night. It's really got a nice vanilla flavor to it for spiced rum. I've been here since before NonSequitur. Going to be here even if it burns to the ground. You should open up a dispute with YouTube and try to temporarily take NSS down. We're working on things. KBO Parsi, $5. I've commented on live chat on NonSequitur when Kai was addressing that he was getting a lawyer. I guess Steve's and Bull's money is paying for that lawyer. Yeah, what does he need a lawyer for? This is funny. I mean, suppose that he does or doesn't is irrelevant. I mean, how does a lawyer going to save his reputation? I'm sorry, that's not how it works. And the collateral damage of now his co-host, GE, KC, Katie, how is it going to save their reputations for the fuck all shit that they've been doing? And also, and I'm sure a bunch of trolls are going to be out there loving this, which is fine. They have no reputation to begin with. It's going to even go negative. So, I'm enjoying that part because my haters, my detractors, they're looking even worse from this because the only the two people that actually supported me from that side of the old school GDC was G-Man and Ronnie.
G-Man, wow.
I'm like,
hey,
Anthony Riley.
G-Man.
Anthony Riley sent me an email supporting me.
Steve, you need to take a shower
I feel
now.
I feel gross. I feel dirty. I feel so nasty.
That was one of the memes.
Yeah, no.
One of the memes was all of the swords in the corner of like atheists, theists, and agnostics, and it said "fuck Kyle" in the middle.
But yeah, no, I mean, Ronnie, I gotta admit, Rocket Ronnie, True Empiricism. If you go on his channel, he had a video. He supported me. It's like 5 minutes long. He did a pretty good job on it. I gotta give props. If somebody does something, even my haters, if I do something props wise, I will give it to them. I had beef with Anti-Ordinary. She made a rap about me dissing me. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Here we go. Let's see. Just laughing, $50. Steve, you're an ass at times, but you're already the star of NonSequitur. From another vet, can't stomach you getting screwed. Plus, you really need to do something about your headphones. I could buy my own now, so thank you. I don't ask for things unless absolutely emergency. I have a person that will buy me just about you know, anything off of Amazon. I have a couple people actually that have offered to. I don't use them for that. I'm not Kyle. Okay, I don't get a new laptop. I paid $180 for a used i5 computer. Okay, and he got a brand new spank of the art, top of the line fucking computer system. So yeah. It's just the disparity between how he lives and how I live, and he takes all the money and he won't show me the books. It's unconscionable to me. And Bull too. Bull's not living high on the hog, I assure you. And by the way, people have been to my house. So Colorado Biker Prepper has been here, and there's a few other people that have been here. Ruhiv has been here to my house. He knows I don't live frugally. I live in a little closet, basically. Ken Hovind
live frivolously. You live frugally.
I live frugally. Yeah, I don't.
Yes.
Most of the amount of money I've spent was actually on my hair. Or since I've been here, I think. Ken Hovind, cellmate, argumentum ad varium, argument from the truth. Cillian, Steve, bring back the goddamn beard. You look disgraceful. Standing with you, lad. I'm looking forward to the new show. You've helped me grow in my knowledge so much for the last 2 years. I'm growing it, but I want it short. I think, I look younger.
I thought
just
the move
short.
was good, man.
You liked it really long?
I thought I was supportive of the shaving, man.
Oh, you like it like bald. You like it shaved then.
Yeah.
You don't like hair. You don't like hair in the field when you're playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like I fucking think it was fucking great that you.
Steve,
yeah, exactly.
You know you have a beard,
great.
right?
No matter what you do, Steve, you will never look as ugly as me.
I don't think anybody
Dude,
really agrees
Kyle's
with
taking
that.
a beating, and his face isn't going to look as bad as yours right now.
Reds is such a
Roy.
Adonis.
Roy says for $2. So is NunCon canceled? Probably not. It's going to be Faithless Forum Part 2, I think. God bless you. If you want to, we're doing something on our own. Reds, myself, Bullinator, Sweet Heathen, a whole bunch of people. We've already arranged for making other arrangements. We're having something else. But if you want to go to NunCon and be a part of that, and you want to be a non-sequitur show, knock yourself out. The fallout from all this, I'm sorry, it's going to affect you as well. I'm telling you right now.
Details to come.
There's going to be food. There's going to be bitches. There's going to be cars. There's going to be bitches.
Sex, drugs, and
there's
rock and roll.
And there's going to be bitches.
Aren't they kind of the same thing?
I guess maybe.
Enables fit $25. Second Manhattan and a butt ton of Gentleman Jack. So the second to last super chat, Bull, as a fellow autism sufferer, I'm proud of your accomplishments and how you handle the confrontation. And I will go on record to this, Bull. I know Kyle for a fact didn't give a fuck about your autism. Trust me on that one. Shocking.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think that should have anything to do with anything.
Shocking. Well, I mean, because Kyle, Bull would have some issues, and Kyle was ready to dump him and just say, "Well, fuck Bull, let's get rid of him and find somebody else." I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. You know,
Kyle wanted to put the blame
this is not a big secret. Dave knows this.
Any technical issue on somebody or on something.
It was always Dave's fault.
It was always my fault that we were having technical issues. Like, he'd point the finger at my computer. He'd have me go through vMix.
Let's not forget the headphones.
The fine-tooth comb. Oh, yeah, and at the beginning, getting Kyle to fucking wear headphones on live streams.
Oh, his vanity. Oh, that's another thing. You think that I'm kidding about his ego? His vanity was so much, he would not wear headphones because it would interfere with his hair and it always looked. Yeah.
Yep. And he came to me and he said, "Why am I getting feedback?" And I'm like, "Because you're not wearing headphones." This was when I was doing sound more so, and he just got pissed about it. I'm not wearing headphones. I'm messing my hair. I'm not wearing it. We had this argument for what, 2 months?
Oh yeah, no, I kept telling you, convince him
that
to
he
wear
wouldn't
headphones.
mess up his hair. Okay, if you're concerned about that, get a different haircut.
Oh, the vanity
hang on,
is
Steve.
ridiculous.
Let me read something in the live chat.
All right.
Valid point here.
Yeah. Well, you got great hair, Jim.
Say that.
I like Jim's hair better than I like Kyle's hair.
Hang on.
Let's get through
Casey.
this. Hurry up, because I got to get through the super chat.
Okay. KC and GE were ridiculous in the non-sequitur chat. If you ask GE a question, KC answered for him and vice versa. Okay, question. Chess, before we actually get a divorce, you will never answer any questions on my behalf, right? Right?
I've already done that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm really, I'm sorry, not sorry, but I mean, people are asking me about you instead of asking you.
I don't doubt that.
I think it might be because they think I pay more attention to chat.
You do. And by the way, I can't
do.
pay attention to chat and do this, and the way I have it set up right now, so I'm ignoring the chat right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the super
Okay.
chats. Enables $20. I've liked the dynamic of Steve and Kyle. However, one man's ego can lead to self-aggrandizement, and the story goes. Yeah, and by the way, it's not the first time we've seen this happen. I saw it coming. I tried to stem it. I couldn't do it. The ego just got too big. And by the way, what I think was the catalyst was Faithless Forum, and when he was at the ACA, and it just went to his head. Stable K, and by the way, I can't imagine the ACA having anything to do with him after this point. I mean, if they don't think he's toxic as fuck, I will question anybody, and like Atheist Edge said, I will attack anybody's honor that has anything to do with that man after this. I really will. I will go after you, because I just can't imagine people wanting to associate with this kind of duplicity and this kind of just underhandedness, and I'm allowed to do that now. My hands are not tied. Before I said what I want to say when I want to say it, but I still was reserved. Those gags are off now, motherfucker.
I'm being told, Steve, to tell you that the atheist brony still supports you from the chat.
Thank you, Atheist Brony. Atheist Brony's been around a long fucking time. Yeah, long time. He knows a lot of shit. He's been around. Thank you, Atheist Brony. We've had our things, and I appreciate that very much. By the way, there's a lot of people. People think I hold grudges more than I do. There's only like, I can name a dozen people.
So many people think that Steve doesn't like them, or that people just assume that like people don't like Steve because they argue on Twitter as if like Twitter fucking matters.
There's only 12 people I will never have any contact with or mention their names ever again. And Rev knows them, each one of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut my fucking mouth now.
But I have never mentioned any of the dirty dozen. I've never mentioned any of their names in a year. I don't think I've mentioned. Well, I may have said one or two in private, but I'm sure the hell never said anything in public. I will never.
Not doing it.
Again.
Not doing it. I'm muting. I'm muting. Fuck this.
So if I've talked about you, then I don't dislike you as much as you think I probably do. I'm here for the topics. Stable K, $2. Hire famous internet lawyer Nick Riquetta and sue. I'm not sure who that is. Ash Scott, £5. Don't screw up by accepting FEAG, MOG, Spurs, or other bottom feeder as guest. Give us Ike, Dubé, Alex Jones, or Trump. Okay.
MOUSE.
Kelly says $5. I'm high as balls. Here's another $5. Thank you, Kelly. Mr. Unite for the children. I've taped my headphones in solidarity with Steve. I tape with Steve. Hashtag $5. Thank you. Whatever, they broke. What am I supposed to do, man? I'm not Kyle. I don't go out and spend other people's money. Cajuns Crustaceans, $2. My gag's off. I can say what the fuck I want. What he's going to get me for? He's got.
Oh my god, it's just like free reign at this point.
They haven't seen
low hanging fruit.
They haven't seen Twitter Steve on YouTube, have they? This is what makes Rum and Coke Night fun.
They're vanilla internet.
And by the way,
they're not ready for this.
This is not a normal Rum and Coke Night.
The shitstorm that's gonna happen on Saturday, I promise. Like just because like people are gonna catch up.
Yeah.
Because it'll be Saturday. Yeah, you think that shit's going down now? This is the pregame.
Well, he has. I saw that somebody had pointed out he has a stream plan for tomorrow called Resurrection.
Yep.
I shit you not.
Yeah. No,
he's going to come back from the dead. Okay, go for it. But I tell you what,
if he thinks he's dead now,
I will not. I probably won't associate with I probably won't associate with anybody that associates with Kyle at this point on the show or anything like that. That's very rare exceptions. There are some, like Shannon, I will always associate with. I love her to death. She can do no wrong in my eyes. But for most people, there are a lot of people that want to be around him. I'm not doing guilt by association, but my trust level of you will be so low that I don't know how much I want to have you around. I'm sorry. I cannot have that fuckery around. So.
What's that?
I think it's healthy for you. I think it would be unhealthy for you to put yourself in that situation where you have to doubt your trust of somebody.
Right. Yeah. Cajun Crustacean. Kyle rolled he wrote a natural 1 wisdom check. $2. That's not an fail. Yeah. Natural 1.
No.
Hey, listen, in 5th edition you can't auto fail.
Can I ask? Chess, is that tattoo? Is that No Man's Sky related?
Steve's over here rolling 20s.
No, this tattoo is the reboot icon.
Chess, there you go. And there's a good.
Yeah. I just thought it was a reference to.
Do I need to get?
Okay, we're demonetized.
Oh, easy killer, easy.
Oh shit, dude, I'm sorry. I was talking. I didn't white box you. Can I see the tattoo again? I'm curious. I like tattoos.
No,
That's a great tattoo. Isn't that a wonderful tattoo?
Chess, you're showing off my merchandise.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, I didn't pull nothing down. It's fine.
We're looking at the tattoo. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that.
It was close.
Insect facet, $10. Steve, I love you, but please diversify your income. Pinning your financial futures to YouTube is just too risky, even in the absence of drama. They can ban anyone at any time without justification. I'm aware of this, trust me. There's contingencies.
That's why most of the big YouTubers now rely almost solely on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
Brandon Cole, $5. Keep up the good work, guys. Looking forward to seeing the original spirit of NonSequitur resurrected in the form of the new show. Ozzy Globehead, $100 Australian, which I think $30, I think. Shillbot maybe do it, or maybe it's close to 100. I don't know. But thank you, Ozzy Globot. B-Boy J Boogie, $20. Non-sec was always weird and off when you weren't on, and I always loved how Dave would keep things running smoothly always. Kyle rarely handled anything intellectual to add to discussions through the graphics, though the graphics and music were gold. And by the way, that's been the current thing, is that yeah, the graphics and everything were fine, but what made the show was the dialogue, the intellectual stuff.
Guys, the graphics though, it's 95% of the work.
Most people skip that shit.
What pisses me off, what pisses me off so much about that is he's using templates. Somebody also called him out for using a stolen song on one of the intros.
Yeah, and by the way, those thumbnails that he claims 22 hours work, I've seen him create a thumbnail in about 30 seconds.
And Steve also made a good point.
Images and done.
Where did the money come from to get the equipment you needed to do that?
It was a GoFundMe, or was it a GoFundMe, or they donated? I know they donated, but it was a GoFundMe, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, they paid for it. They paid for his software. I know that.
They're asking them.
No, I know that they paid for his software, especially. Jammy paid for the vMix software, which is supposed to have gone to Bull. Bull got screwed out of that. So he took that as well. So, Les Nagy, without your...
Actually, I still... I hesitate to say it, but I'm still able to use it.
Everyone knows Lawrence Krauss only came on for the graphics and the game.
Yeah, I would have loved to seen Kyle have a conversation with Lawrence like I had with him. Lawrence was entertained. You can see it in his eyes that he was actually thrilled that he was getting good questions. I'm certain that he enjoyed that discussion.
I was like happy as fuck to just say hello to Lawrence before the show.
And I would have asked him like if he liked spaghetti. I would have been
I've already got like 6 PhDs that I'm working on to come in that new people. So Les Nagy, $50. And by the way, I put a lot of effort in finding people, and for Kyle to go, oh well, I didn't respond to any of those people. One of which was King Crocoduck, who's thrilled with all this at this point with Kyle going under. He's like, oh, I didn't get back to them because we were taking a change in the direction of the show without telling me, and then say, oh, Steve, you weren't doing any work. Except for all the people that I scheduled to you and it got to you that you would schedule. Yeah, okay. Forhammer335, Steve, if you need a beer engineer, look no further, $2. Sarah Bia, $2. Seems Kyle gave up the other half of his sanity and Steve. Seeker, $2. My Patreon is still broken. Jake 3D, been listening for only a bit at work. So much to say, so little time, but I wanted to say you have my support in perpetuity. Thank you, $5. Cajun Crustacean, $2. Kyle for Dumbfuck of the Year. Oh, it's happening. And he won't be the only one, I'm sure. We might have to extend it this year, I think, and make it more than 10.
God damn it. Now we have competition.
Yeah, now we've got some serious competition.
Like real competition now. We've got like who's on the board right now? We've got Kyle, we've got
Okay. So we have Flat Earth Ozzy Jesus.
Right.
We have Anthony Liley. Now we have Kyle, I guess, because fuck. We also have Nathan Thompson. We have Jeranism again because fuck this. You can only win one bullshit.
Yeah, that's a bad rule.
Yeah, we're gonna also have Bob, the guy that confirmed that the Earth does rotate and then immediately denies that the Earth rotates.
Fucking Nathan Thompson, but what about the null hypothesis, though?
He loves that shit, doesn't he?
I don't understand.
Him, he has the null hypothesis, and then
but
Wonton
the things
has,
going on the helicopter.
Wotan has Occam's razor.
Oh, JM Truth.
I have a
JM
question. If he's concerned about helicopters and the rotation operating under the helicopters, if Red identifies as a helicopter, shouldn't he trust what Reds is saying since he is in fact a helicopter?
Yes.
Brainy Beaver, $5. a broke platypus, but there are some more. Sorry, I'm a broke platypus, but there is coffee money on me. Stay cool, Steve. By the way, I'm gonna tell everybody from in perpetuity here. Please don't give me a dime unless you can afford it. I am not Kyle. I don't want to be like that. I'm not gonna be bought. I cannot be beholden to anybody. I appreciate every patron. I've talked to every patron that has subscribed to me, except for the ones that did today. I will try to get to them, and I will appreciate every dime given to me and everybody who does. But if you can't, don't you feel like you're obligated to. You have just as much that you'll get out of it. I get people in Hangouts. I get people with guests. I was going to do a tier system. I'm going to be changing some things on Patreon coming up here. I'm not playing that fucking game. It's just not happening. So, if you're part of my community, you're part of my community. Insect Facet $2. Reboot Tattoo Represent.
Hey!
Gwyn $20. And
Bless.
by the way, Gwyn's been changing his position on this. I've been talking to him, and he's come over to our side, I think. He said, I changed my mind about your Patreon. I started a few seconds ago. I have a Costco membership. Let me know which headphones you prefer. I will get you one. I cannot stand you being a Taoist, frugal more than I am. I'll buy myself some headphones, or like I said, I have a person who has a whole bunch that wants to donate, or will buy me one. So I'll get that taken care of. That's kind of the last thing in my mind right now. Kelly, Steve looks sexy and young now. $3. Thank you, Kelly. And let me see if that's all of them.
Believe so. And also, can I read some from the live chat?
Yes. Yeah, I gotta go back to live chat now. Sorry, guys.
Butthurt Lawyer commented, at Red's Rhetoric, you do not have permission to list my client on your dumb fuck of the year list. This will land you in the Supreme Court of the capital of the USA, my friend. I will see you in court.
Listen, what did we say earlier? Don't threaten Reds.
I'll just do it just to spite you. And also, yeah, and also to answer the question, no, last night I was very careful with my rotor blades. I did not poke Chess in the eye.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is
poke somewhere else.
We have 763 people watching. Kyle's numbers.
I just wanted to say,
why do I keep getting interrupted?
I was really impressed that you got Lawrence Cross on the show, and I don't think it was you actually.
No, but yeah, no, it wasn't me. I didn't.
Anyway, the real target is obviously Leonard Susskind.
I'm trying to get Leonard Susskind. Yeah, I'm working on that, dude. Trust me. I
yeah.
So, but I gotta get a hold of.
He's kind of old, and the window is closing.
Yeah.
Like the opportunity.
Only Tom Cock can make me totally lose my train of thought. So anyways, we had 76 people watching. When Kyle does these extracurricular shows, he gets about 150. Now, so we're NonSequitur would get about 300 nowadays, 400, maybe 800 on a really good episode. But so anyways, we're going to be doing more stuff on this channel. I'm not going to be doing it every day. But I'm going to be pacing myself. We're going to be doing stuff on the Great Debate Community channel. John's got his things that he's going to be doing on that channel. So I have 1,000 more subscribers now, I think, and a lot more Patreons. So I'm going to be a lot more active on this channel. We're going to be trying to reformulate and regroup. It's going to take some while, so bear with us. But we do have interesting discussions. This is not a normal Ramakopa.
If I can be, I would love to be involved.
Who are you again?
Yeah.
New YouTube.
I'll fight you.
New YouTube. Who dis?
New YouTube. Who dis? Fine. I see how it is. I'm gonna make my own channel with blackjack and hookers.
Wait a minute. So
I'm gonna go check my subscription list. Make sure you're on there.
I mean,
so wait a minute. When I was gone, I missed the de-sweatering.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. She had
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I cannot allow you to see more. Chess, I'm going to need you to meet me in the living room. Bring the duct tape, the gag, and the blender.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
If only we knew what all he.
What's the blender for though?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, they have some weird proclivities.
I'll send you the link on Pornhub.
Yeah, don't diss their kink, man. A couple more super chats, and I'm going to wrap it up. Let you guys have see your pace. Let's see here. Fuck the man, $7 just because. Thank you. Not today, Satan, $2. Just want to say that I have a big old lady crush on Chess. We all do. Chess is community property. Okay, so she's the community property of the Great Debate community. You're free to look at her. You're free to do whatever you want in your head. No touchy, without her permission. But you're free to look as much as you want. Although she
And-
does,
and
get,
if
wait,
you-
she does.
and-
But the problem is
and-
she gets permission to everybody. It's so not
And if
exclusive.
you become a patron of one of Steve's channels, you get first dibs at the underwear.
What a business.
I will straight up right now, just so it is clear for everybody. I put myself on camera. What you do in your own time is entirely up to
Yeah,
you.
you ain't my thought, please. Yeah. Because I've had the same thoughts about Jim here before too, but whatever. Yeah. Jim Real, I might as well go gay. You know what's? I would open up a whole new world of dating, and plus, think of more like I would have the whole community come in, right? Which, by the way, they're welcome to her anyways. We have a large. But one of the things I want to start doing is actually with Sarah Michelle. We're talking about doing something as well. Love her. She's one of the smartest people I've seen in a very long time on certain subjects. So I want to get her involved in this as well. Dennis Real, $5. I'm a broke Uber driver, but I just wanted Steve to know that $10 Australian equals $70. Oh wow, thank you. You can trust me because I'm both American and Australian. Name fallacy. Thank you, Dennis Real. By the way, Dennis Real is an old school mofo from back in the very old days, back when I started on YouTube, and he's still around and he's still supportive, and he's seen everything firsthand. He's not one of those people that doesn't really join in, but this is one thing that Kyle didn't understand and didn't, I think, prepare for. I have hundreds, if not thousands, of people that don't join into discussions that I know personally or know of, that he woke the sleeping giant. He woke people that don't come around that I do know. And I think that was a surprise to him, how much following I actually had. So, anyways, let's wrap it up, guys. Go down the line.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
I'll jump in there. That's why I came back, just to remind everybody, come over to Steve's other channel tomorrow night. There's a lot of folks in the room here, and they're going to be there tomorrow night. The Great Debate Community. And usually we have a topic, but tomorrow night we're doing potluck profundity. We're going to see what happens and what subject comes up. And I'll tell you this, I just go over there. He let me do some streams. I have nothing to do with but if you want to support Steve, come by tomorrow night. And if you send us super chat, you can tell us what you want us to talk about.
Awesome. Oh, by the way, my email, I've been trying to get to my emails. I've been very short in responding. I've been trying to respond to everybody. Steve, ask anything at gmail.com. But people know that I do respond to them. I do try to get to them. If I don't in the next couple of days, it's nothing personal. I'm just being overwhelmed. I do try to read everything. I always have. It's very, very time consuming, believe me, to get through all my messages. Oh, wow. All right, Jim, what do you got for us?
Steve, you actually do respond in a very short time, where I was actually amazed. Like, does Steve actually
I don't sleep.
ever sleep?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, look at the back of my eyes. You don't think I don't sleep, dude. By the way, people even may have noticed, I am missing a lens for like the entire time I've done NonSequitur because I couldn't afford buy a pair of glasses. I don't. Does anybody ever? Nobody's ever noticed.
I never noticed.
Nobody noticed this, and the entire time I was on NonSequitur. Surprise, surprise. Go back and watch since day one of NonSequitur. I lost my lens a long time ago, and I couldn't afford to buy glasses. I'm buying motherfucking glasses now, thanks to tonight. Thank you.
Holy shit.
So Kyle, fuck you. Nobody's ever noticed. I know nobody's ever noticed.
I didn't even know. I didn't notice. Holy shit, that's fucking hilarious. I show you mine.
Go back and watch.
I don't know if you
go back. I'm pretty sure it's from day one from NonSequitur, but go back and do. I lost him at least a year ago. So.
I'm the one that should be embarrassed the most because I literally have watched every episode.
Nobody's.
You didn't even notice that.
Welcome to the non-sex show funeral. Big reveal.
Oh, now I'm not going to be able to unsee it.
Yeah. Now I'm going to get new glasses. Now I can afford it.
Well, I'm not going to believe you though. I'm just going to assume one of them's always gone.
Well,
wow.
we have it
when
on
I draw
video.
Steve
know if
McCrab,
mine's
he's going to
blown
be
by
missing
this,
an
right?
eye.
But if you haven't had that lens in a while, I wonder what that's going to do when you get the prescription.
Oh, it hurts my eyes.
Each eye's going to be different.
Yeah, it's already.
I'm not
going
to lie. My mind is fucking blown right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's, you know what it is? I'll tell you this. People focus on what I have to say more than my glasses. And Kyle
This
focuses
is
on
true.
his appearance. And what more
Well, and the other thing is that
Oh.
some of you people that are here right now are techies, and I know you have awesome computers, and you didn't even notice it.
Right.
You probably
We're all gonna
have, like,
Photoshop. We know we're all gonna Photoshop it in.
People's minds are fucking blown on this.
Yeah.
Shit. And by the way, if anybody noticed on any episode, please let me know because nobody's ever mentioned it to me. I don't think. Safe Shifting Monkey, $5. I feel like I haven't seen you on Non-Sequitur as much, and seems to coordinate with me watching Non-Sec less. Can you do it too long? Didn't read? No, go back and watch this beginning. Cillian, $2. The Non-Sec book sounds like Trump's tax returns.
Oh God.
Featured pick, $100 Australian, $70 American. Thank you. Get yourself some glasses, my friend. I intend to. Wow. Yeah, that blows people away.
You
right?
know, Steve. For an evil overlord, you only need just one piece of the glasses to take over the world and
That's
have
right. But as a
all the
monocle.
evil-
Yeah.
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 Right.
I have you know, even though with all my medical and I have optical too, it still was too costly to pay for my glasses. I get you know, so, and the VA doesn't. I call the VA, they don't support it, and so.
Aren't we supposed to be saying what we gotta say and then gang the fuck out?
Yeah, but I thought that would be a good reveal right there. So, all right, Jim, what do you got for us? The other Jim.
Which Jim?
The one that hasn't said
Thanks for inviting me on and having me on here. Love you, Steve. Behind you 100%, man. I'm looking forward to hopefully helping you build up from this, and I'm just really happy to see the community coming together and standing up for what is right and not for what looks good and not virtue signaling. And I want to I want to applaud everyone who is looking at this objectively, who is looking at this in a nuanced perspective. We all love Steve. We all loved Kyle, but I'm sorry. Fuck you, Kyle. That's it. You can check me out. Disciple of Kairos.
Oh, sorry. My bad. What do you got?
Can someone clip out of this episode for the big glasses reveal and just post that as its own thing?
Whatever. But Jim, you got a link to get out?
What's that?
Did you have a link to get out?
A link?
Oh, I just said it at the end.
Oh, a link to your channel.
So,
I'll put it on.
Yeah,
Hold
Kyle
on,
buys
I
brand
got
new monitors. He gets brand new monitors, gets new laptops, and I'm sitting with broken glasses and taped headphones. Fuck you, Kyle. Fuck you. This is another reason why I went public on all this stuff, because I saw him buying all this other stuff, and I'm just going, dude, I had to buy my own green screen, right? I paid my own green screen, which by the way it did rip, but it's not a bad green screen, and I don't need anything else. But I had to pay for that in my pocket because I couldn't get it out of non-sequitur funds.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Kyle. All right, Cheshire, what do you got?
I'm just a fucking troll. Don't listen to anything I say ever. I'm literally, if you tell me you're gonna do something, I will literally tell you to do that thing, whether or not it's a good or a bad idea. Don't listen to me or anything I say ever. But hopefully I'll be around.
All right, John.
Yeah, what do you want to say, Reds?
Wait, go ahead, Rod.
I'll let Red speak for me. I'm sure that's a good idea.
That's what most men should. Yeah.
Right.
Attack helicopter, you asshole.
Sorry. Attack helicopters should always be able to speak for women. Let me put it that way. Is that better?
There we go. Much better.
That's not
okay.
green screen magic there, people.
Look, okay, so the fact is that I actually, I mean, I've said pretty much everything I had to say, so just to fill in some time, I'm just going to read from the Bible, otherwise known as 50 Shades of Grey. Miss Steele is a cardinal creature. She will be adjoined to train. My cock twitches in agreement. I have never slept with a woman.
All right, there we go.
I have fucked many, but to wake up
clearly this was a good idea.
There you go. Muted Reds. First time I ever had to mute Reds.
Yeah, no, I do art. So if you guys want to check out my art, come check out my art. I do have a channel, but it's all art related. If you guys want to hear me talk about this kind of shit, you have to find me here, and I don't know when I'll be here. Maybe I'll let one of these guys talk me into doing a show.
What kind of show?
Do it. She's awesome.
Yeah. When like a show on YouTube. Okay, I was thinking of something completely different.
Hey, I didn't say YouTube. That's you.
Oh, okay.
You
I
said
did
YouTube.
interpret it right. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, David. I'm going to give you the last word, and then I'm going to wrap up for a minute, and then we're going to have to go off air.
People are asking me to go on, Steve. Just saying.
No.
What was your name, David? All right. That's the second time that's happened to me in 2 days. One time, David McGinnis thought my last name was Fulton. and Reds hang out, and now Reds is thinking his name is David. I don't get it. But anyway, all I gotta say is this. Kyle has been reaching out to me, trying to get me to come back and trying to write a contract with me, etc. To do, he's begging me to come back, basically. And I've told this. I said this on Atheist Edge, and I'm going to say it here. If I were to do that, I would be betraying Steve. I am not betraying Kyle by not doing it. The only logical option and the best and correct option and the moral option and the ethical option is to say no. And I have some things to write to you in an email, Kyle. You'll be receiving that when I get around to it. But I can't respond on fucking Facebook Messenger and that shit.
Okay.
So very good, David.
Yeah,
Stay strong.
Well, Dave, I know is a loyal friend, and I know Dave was going to go with me if anything would have happened for several months now.
Dicks out for bull.
In fact, I even told Dave, I don't even have to ask you if you're going to continue with NonSequitur months ago. And I said, if I knew Kyle was planning this stuff, guys, come on, I'm not an idiot. And I even told Dave, if something happens, I don't even have to ask you if you're going to go with me or not. And he's like, fuck no, you don't. So I already knew. I know who my loyal friends are, trust me. And I know that my trolls, and that's a distinct difference in ethical considerations there. But anyways, I wanted to announce that I was on Drunken Peasants the other night. They have asked me to come on at least once or twice a month now.
Awesome.
So they are huge fans of mine. They have been nothing but kind to me. Ben and Billy have been amazing. They have a show to run, right? And they like good guests, and they think that I'm a very good guest. So they've asked me to come on every so often if I have any new projects to come on. So please check out that episode on their channel. Show some love to them and show some, support in the comment section. A lot of people are saying, I've read some of the comments, they're like, oh my God, you had Steve on again. That's great. We want to see more Steve. And they read those things. So I know that they are, very aware I have a very loyal and large fan base. And I'm happy that they have given me the opportunity to give my piece. They've offered it to Kyle. Kyle can go on there. Good luck with that. He's more than welcome to. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks to DP for that. There's a couple other people. Uni Radio.
Rock.
Uni Rock 2. Yeah, well, it's Uni Rock. This is Uni Rock 2. This is his other channel. But he has Uni Rock, which is 30,000 subs. Go check him out. I'm going to be on, he invited me to come on to talk about it. He did a brilliant analysis on Uni Rock breakdown. In 10 minutes, he basically got everything right, which everybody else got wrong. Which was amazing because I never met the guy. I've never talked to the guy before. I don't know who the hell he is. He just says he's been sending people to NonSequitur. Now he's been asking people in NonSequitur to leave. But he wants to come on and talk about it. He did another analysis tonight, which I'll watch. This is a couple other things that have been going on. I was told there's been many, many videos about this for a very long time. And I wasn't sure. Now I know that there have been going to be very many videos.
I'm gonna head out now, but
right,
take care, everyone, and just don't forget the blender.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye.
And look, and I know that this is drama. I get it. And my channel usually avoids drama. My channel is about promoting science and philosophy and discussions. And it's going to be that again. This drama has to play out organically. There's a natural progression of this drama, if you will. But it has to happen. It has to happen in the public sphere. If you don't want it in the public sphere, that's too goddamn bad. If you think that I shouldn't be, that's your opinion and your prerogative to have it. I disagree with you. And the reasons being is that anybody in this community right now could probably tell you why I had to bring it to the public sphere. So I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting me. It's humbling to know that the people that I have built friendships with, and all Kyle see was that little microcosm of Twitter. He only see that handful of radical people that couldn't handle having a discussion with me and got butthurt. That's all he could see, and he took that and he extrapolated incorrectly to my actual fan base, and I'm humbled beyond belief for that. And I'm not going to let you guys down on that, I assure you. So I want to thank all my new followers, and please help promote this video. If I can get to 10,000 subs by the end of the month, I'll be thrilled to death, because I've had the channel 6 years and I can't get 10,000 subs yet. NonSequitur got to 30,000 in a year and a half, but that's slowly going down. Actually, it's pretty rapidly going down. So I'm going to end this video. Hopefully next time I'm at Coke Night we can get more drunk and talk about philosophy and science and have fun and jokes. But until next time, guys, thank you guys so much.